This is the five on
Generation
fives.
X.
We got to talk about, yeah, we'll revisit best wrestling songs today. I think we
Hmm.
can do that. We could
Yes,
squeeze
we could
that
do
in.
that. We could
I think we
definitely do
got some
that.
time for that.
Hmm.
We got a couple things to talk about today. We have our special guest JDHD in the waiting room right now. It's the 5 on 5 podcast. This is Jupiter Williams. This is Nick Lopez. I go by Phenom.
Yes.
We're doing the thing. We're
We're doing the
back. We're
thing.
having fun.
Hey, if you guys want to see our beautiful faces, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and ding the bell on YouTube to be notified every time we drop a video.
And I should probably let you guys know this is sponsored by Direct Music Service and Nuke's Hot Sauce. 5 on 5 is the promo code FIVEON. Get you some sauce. Get you some musical sauce. Get you squared away. Nick, what are you eating over there? A little bologna and bread? What do you got?
Bologna.
Just some. I got a little. Just a little gentleman's breakfast. This is a sourdough toast and a latte.
That is a
Wait,
gentleman's breakfast.
A little gentleman's breakfast or a little, gentleman's breakfast?
Good question. Could go
It's a
either
small.
way.
Damn. I guess.
Both.
Yeah, that could go either way on that one, man.
Yeah, a little gentleman's breakfast.
Yeah, that one's a toss up.
No, that's a good.
I'm not
That's
sure
a
on the
good
punctuation on that one. You got me.
I got you. Well, is it for little gentlemen or it's the breakfast is little?
The breakfast is little.
Okay, it's
Fair.
not
I
for
don't consider
little.
myself small, even though I'm short.
No, I don't think you are, and especially
No.
with your hair, you're
No.
tall now. You're in the tall crowd.
Now I'm 6
Right.
foot.
No. You don't have the little stigma. You only have the little nickname for when you were younger. So
Yeah,
that
it's like Little Penny.
If you were
Exactly.
over 6 foot, what would you have done? You'd been a menace. We talked about that.
Yeah, are
he
you
would have
kidding
been
me?
a menace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he likes tall b-boys. So he likes it when tall guys do all the floor work and shit.
I love
so.
tall
Yeah.
athletes.
Yeah.
He would have been a
I love-
menace.
I would have been a menace in
Yeah.
every way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Tall, dark, and handsome instead of short, dark, and handsome.
He would be cussing out Charlie every single time they dance.
Wow.
I would be a menace. I'd be
Yeah.
tearing apart families. I'd be
You've
the
been
worst
doing a lot
person
of
on the
this.
planet.
You've
Yeah, a
been
lot
doing
of that.
this.
Yeah, even when Charlie wins the Red Bull, he still talk
Yeah.
shit. He's like, Charlie, you're still shorter than me.
Yeah,
You still have to wear heels
You know
to
what's crazy?
dance.
Charlie's like 5'9", 5'10". I
Yeah, but
didn't even
he's
realize he was.
6'5" with heels. You didn't
Yeah.
realize that because he wears heels all the time.
Hey, 6
He
foot
does,
with
he
heels.
does that foot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, good for you. My ankles
Right?
would be like,
dog,
he
just
needs
dog.
some milk.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
no! Yeah,
Well,
I can't do that shit. Let's let. It's JD. Is our guest today.
JDHD.
ADHD.
JDHD.
JD high definition.
This is what I love about having a guest I don't know. Is his first name JD?
No,
name
his
is
first name is
Justin DeClaro.
Jay. Oh,
Is what?
Justin, but Jay is what we call him.
Justin. Oh,
Justin.
okay.
Okay, Jay. Okay, good. I like having guests that I don't know personally.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is one of Neek's guys. This is a Vegas guy, one of Neek's guys.
Yo,
And
Neek,
I've been hearing
you
very
know-
good things.
Ladies and gentlemen, JDHD
Oh,
from Las
that's
Vegas.
that's the intro that he's gonna get.
No, he's gonna get more. We're gonna get more in depth with
Okay.
him. JDHD is an old friend of mine. We've
That's
been,
all I'm about to say. JD, man,
Yeah.
I'd be pissed if I had that intro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Man, I would
your
leave the
name.
podcast.
You know him, you love him. Here he is.
Yeah, I'll
Here
be
he
up to, like,
is.
let me get on road podcast, man.
Oh,
Fuck these guys.
God.
God damn.
Yeah.
No,
We'll keep
JDHD
it minimal.
and I,
Okay.
we've been friends for a very long time. I'm a little bit older than you, but we've been
Yeah.
buddies since like we were teenagers through the breaking community.
Mhm.
We both came up in the breaking community. You started publicly DJing way before I did. So yeah, JDHD. We now work together every Friday night. We work for the same company. We do a lot of
Mm.
gigs in the same buildings. Albeit
Well,
different.
promo. Drop the promo.
We all scream Friday nights.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Both
Yeah.
there.
Friday.
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
yeah,
With
Nick
Greg,
hit
right?
you with the Nick hit you with the mysterious promo. We all work together in Vegas. Come find us.
I'm
Same
like-
company.
I'm like,
Yeah.
man, am
I
I
mean,
gonna go to
throughout the
Omnia and see
conversation,
him
I
there or
figured
something?
Yeah.
you'd get all these.
Yeah, you'll get it all.
But fuck it. Let's just leave it in. Let's just put it out there.
Let's do
Jay, born and raised in Vegas or no?
No, I'm actually from Roland Heights, California. So
Okay.
like somewhere in the valley. I
Okay.
moved from there to North Carolina, and I lived there for a little under 10 years, and then I came to Vegas.
Okay, I gotta ask. Tar Heels, Blue Devils. Who am I missing? Wake
State.
Forest and State. Which one?
Tar Heels all day.
Okay, all right.
Always.
Baby blue. Jump
Did
man.
anyone did anyone have a better glow up in that era than Anton Jameson? Huge. He had like such a huge. I mean, Vince. Obviously, it's always Vince. But outside of that, the real glow up, Anton.
Jameson was up there. He was definitely up there.
There were hella jerseys when I was a
Yeah.
kid. A lot of people
Yeah.
rocking his jersey for sure.
because you had Stackhouse too.
I had the matching shorts. I had the shorts
wow, you
and
had the full
jersey,
set?
the full set. I was like cosplaying, basically. It was a whole thing.
Love it.
But
That's
I
sick.
remember that era where it was just like everyone was wearing
Mhm.
Carolina blue.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Remember in the early 2000s, everybody was wearing the North Carolina like fitteds
Yep.
I had one of those
Yep.
too.
With the foot. Yeah.
with the foot.
Yeah.
Those were so hard.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh,
What
man.
was that? That
I
was
don't
just good
know.
marketing.
It was marketing.
Because they weren't like new eras. Correct me if I'm wrong. They weren't new eras. They were like flex fit.
No, they were Nike.
They were like, yeah.
Oh, they were
It was
Nike.
I was about to
Nike.
say they were like a
Yeah.
sports brand. It
Mhm.
was there.
And they had the bent brim, but that was like everybody had the new like the North Carolina with the foot.
Yeah.
That's such a funny
matching
time, I remember.
sweatbands too.
The
sweatbands.
Yeah.
sweatband.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did a rapper wear that? Is that what set the trend? Somebody
I
had
have
to
no
start
idea.
that.
No, it was just culture. Like
It's culture.
someone started wearing it, everyone was just like, "That's hard." And everyone
that
was
shit
made
doing
it
too
nationwide. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
I was wearing it in Indiana. People are like, "Oh, what, did you go? Do you know someone in North Carolina?" I'm like, no.
I'm in the
just a
fourth
fan."
grade. I have no idea what that foot was. I was like, I want one of those hats with the foot on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a time. It was that and Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
Everyone was
Mm,
wearing
Jinko.
Tommy.
Mhm.
Jinko. I was reading about this and it's wild because like Cristal really fucked up by denouncing like all of the rappers. They
That was
fumbled
bad.
the bag bigger than
bad.
anyone could have thought of.
That was bad.
When they could have simply did the pivot and been like, yo, we're throwing parties, we're doing branding, we're doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
They didn't want the money.
They
Yeah,
could
that
have
was
did
bad.
what Dom did, but they didn't want the money. They wanted to be the
Yeah.
pinky up champagne when they could have just made a fucking bunch of money and still maintained that. But
That's
know
a
how that
company
goes.
that realized what the black dollar can do and doesn't do.
it's like what Silver Oak does, like Silver Oak's a very hoity-toity expensive wine, but they got the Drake endorsement and they're like, all right, we're gonna keep that. Like, we're gonna run with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it. Literally, any like Tommy Hilfiger did it. Like, oh, cool. Like I see Aaliyah in Tommy. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how Tyrese got to start.
with
Is
Tommy.
it?
Tyrese started off as a model. He modeled for Tommy and Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Well,
I
remember-
thought
And then
were
they
in it.
realized that he could sing.
Remember Calvin
Yeah.
Klein had Marky Mark.
Calvin
Yeah.
Klein had Marky Mark. Calvin Klein also had Tyson Beckford.
Huh.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. Calvin
Don't
Klein's
break my
always
heart.
just been Calvin's been on it though.
Yeah.
They know what time it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny. Branding, like, so silly. It's so silly that, like, celebrity, it's not silly, like, in a sense that it's stupid. It's just, it's crazy how some people get their starts.
Yeah.
Literally just
Yeah. Watch
from,
that
like,
Pepsi
basic
doc.
ass- being model agencies. I just watched that. I
Shit
just
was
watched
crazy.
that. Was it the one with the jet?
I saw that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I
That
just
shit was
saw that
crazy.
one.
I haven't watched it yet, but I saw it on like the app.
That's-
and I
it's
was
a good
like, I wanna
watch.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
A
good.
watch.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's mindless. You can
Corporate
just turn
food-
your mind off.
Okay.
Corporate food is like a side subject on this show that we seem to always get into.
But we can
right
get
up
into
our
it right
alley.
now, though.
Segway Kings.
Let's
Sure.
go.
We're here. So,
We're here.
Sorry, guys.
Nick, why'd you
just
look in the
woke up.
air? You're
Yeah.
like,
What was the hesitation about?
I don't know. I just woke up. I'm halfway through the first latte of the day. I'm not.
Nick's like,
running and
a
gunning
friend of
here.
mine likes to talk about corporate food.
Yeah, I
can't
don't know
think of
why.
his name.
Wispy today, like so mysterious.
He's all like, "How about we take it away?"
I just
Like,
want to
Nick,
leave
that's
everything
you.
to
Well,
whatever.
Trav used to do those weird intros. Trav used to do the weird intro where it was like, speaking of Drake,
Oh, yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people go visit islands. Similar
Yeah.
to
Oh,
the way
yeah.
that Drake visited Ibiza. If you were
I
stranded on
didn't-
an island, what would be
I didn't have a
your-
good
These really
transition song.
long.
I didn't
forgot
have a
about
good
that.
transition song, man. I had
We're
to,
working on that.
I had to
Yeah.
slam it in on the one, bro.
That was early podcasting where we were
I
trying to
completely
get our
forgot
feet.
about that. Okay, so now that we're here in corporate food world, let's get this out of the way. I like to set my friends up with endorsement deals by fast food establishments. What is the JDHD meal and where is it?
All right. So as of late, what I've just been like fallbacking on, like, all right, I'm just gonna get that. I'm gonna be happy with it. If I can't think of anything, it's just been Cane's. I've just been going to Cane's.
Mm.
It's easy. It's the hardest thing you gotta deal with is the line, just because hella people want
And it
at the
moves
same time as
quickly
you.
at Cane's.
Yeah, yeah. Because they
So
just do it in
specifically-
batches.
Yes.
They
What
don't
is
do it by the
specifically
order.
your meal?
I get the Caniac combo, no coleslaw, extra fries, and then I share that with my girlfriend because it's 6 pieces.
Okay.
When I was younger in my youth and breaking every single day, I used to just eat it all to myself. I can't
It's
put that down
cra-
anymore.
Yo,
I can't do it.
I cannot eat a full caniac. I remember I got the last time I got a caniac because I just assumed that my appetite was still that of a youthful me.
Yeah.
I had to eat it in 2 sittings. Because I
It's
used to
not-
do that. I used to do the extra fries, no slaw, with an extra bread. Like an
Oh,
extra
okay.
toast. So just fucking carb. That's 2 meals, bro.
The
Yeah,
bread's
yeah.
the bread's the move. That's the whole move.
The bread is the best, but it's like you have to eat it at its right when it's fresh, because
Or you're retoasting it, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like it's not fast food anymore. You're preparing
Yeah.
a meal.
Nick, did you say you got extra coleslaw?
No, I get no slaw extra.
Oh, okay. I
substitute
was
the coleslaw.
I was like, what?
No,
if
you
I
know,
found out you ate coleslaw, but only at Cane's, I would be so mad.
like that's the slaw I choose to go
Like
with.
on the low, yeah.
I don't fuck with slaw.
It's the mayo.
Yeah, but I like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll fuck with a kimchi if I'm feeling crazy.
I love kimchi.
Hold on,
I
is
was with
kimchi
you
a
the first time
slaw?
I had kimchi.
Is kimchi
Oh.
slaw?
Is kimchi slaw? I don't know. I
It's-
know it's a fermented cabbage.
it's fermented cabbage, but like there's no mayo. It's actually
Is
herbs and
slaw
spices.
fermented?
Yeah.
Is it? It's
I mean,
fermented?
like
Is it just chopped cabbage and
it
mayo? or
can
is
it
fermented?
can
Yeah, it
be.
can
There's
be,
different
right?
versions.
Yeah.
I see.
The
So if
mayo
it's- if
one
it's-
is like the
If it's fermented,
American.
that's a special. That's a special.
But it
slaw.
has to be. It has to have mayo in it to be a slaw.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, then
Fair.
kimchi ain't.
No,
like a
I don't
No.
think so.
No. Okay.
No,
Talk
because
to me.
there's like that red wine vinegar slaw, like the fish and chips slaw with no mayo. You know,
Alright.
like that you put on tacos.
Oh yeah.
Like if you got like a fish taco.
Mm, all
I've
right.
seen some without the mayo,
Interesting. Okay. No,
but
I got you. I got you. I know.
it's
what you're
more
talking about.
more fresh, more like seafood oriented.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So that the mayo slaw is like a southern thing.
Fair.
That's with like fried food.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Right.
people and the raisins, people put raisins in it sometimes, and that's just like
Ooh.
what? Oh, that's
Yeah.
see, that's probably where the white people trope comes in,
that's it.
where they
yeah.
say
Yeah.
y'all put raisins and shit.
Because
Yeah.
they put raisins in.
Put in raisins in slaw.
what is it? Potato salad too.
in the potato
Yeah.
salad.
Ugh.
So here's according to Google's what is coleslaw? It says sliced raw cabbage mixed with mayonnaise and other vegetables eaten as a salad. So It doesn't necessarily have to be fermented. If it is fermented, that's like
It's a
putting
plus.
little it's a zhuzh. Like you're just
Chef's
stepping it up.
choice. Yeah.
Let me
That's a
ask you
creative
guys.
choice.
Let me ask you guys this: have you ever been to anything with a Jello mold, or is that white people only?
Well, I mean, that used to be like a
That was like
You
a
used to have
90s thing.
yeah, that's
It was
like
a
an
90s.
late 80s,
80s
90s
thing, really.
thing.
Yeah, 80s
Yeah.
thing, really not.
Was that universal?
I think it was because we would have it at like a Thanksgiving dinner.
Jello had a moment.
Fam.
We were poor. We didn't have Jello molds.
Oh, Jello's
not to-
cheap though.
Jello's
It's
cheap,
30
but, like,
cents.
Yeah.
In the 80s, it comes across as like a very middle class, savory Jelloed thing is a very like.
Oh,
I never thought that was real. I always thought that was like a joke because I felt like very quickly it would be like on TV as a joke, like, oh, the fucking Jelloed, I don't know, hot dogs or whatever.
you know why it was a joke, because of the spokesman.
Oh,
Bill
oh,
Cosby.
yeah, Mr. Cosby.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
They
should we
really-
do the thing?
Yeah.
The fucking. So today we have Jello.
I mean, I
versus
was
hot
ready to
dogs.
talk about Bill Cosby, but if we want to do this 5-on-5
Honestly,
thing, then
I
let's
mean,
do this.
Yeah, I don't think we should.
No. I will. All right. Let's say this. Let's say this. Jello or pudding? Let's take it to a vote right now.
Pudding.
Pudding.
Easily, all day.
Yeah, because
But you never saw-
Jello's what? Like grind up hooves?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
horse
it's
hooves,
like
right? No, that's glue.
powder, and then
Pow-
like yeah.
Gelatin
Yeah.
has hooves in it, though.
Yeah.
But I still like Jello. I like Jello with whipped cream.
Okay.
I can't do it.
I haven't had Jello in a very long time, but I had Jello with whipped cream as a child, and I remember being like, "Yo, this
Right.
is actually
What flavor?
fire."
What flavor?
Don't say lime.
Always cherry.
Not
It's
lime.
always cherry. I wouldn't mind a
fuck.
lime though. I like the flavor of
Fam.
lime.
Well, being
Was
a
it-
daycare kid, we had Jello with the fruit in it.
Oh,
I don't like that.
Pineapples chopped up in it. There's
Oh,
like cherries in it. Oh,
Jello.
Mm-mm. I
I
was
could
not
do.
a
I
fan.
could do a cherry, but orange was the go-to.
Orange was always a go-to,
There
but
was
I don't know.
Yeah, tangerine, like a little tangerines in there.
Yep. If you're in
Yeah,
the
or-
hospital, they give you the orange.
That one, yeah.
Yo,
or
when I was
chopped in half grapes.
I don't know if this is autism, but
Yeah.
when I was a kid, the color orange used to give me a headache. It made me sick.
Interesting.
I don't know why. Like it was my
I don't
least
think-
favorite color. It made me sick. It made me feel ill. It gave me like nausea.
Maybe not
and a headache.
autism, but you know how people have epileptic seizures from lights?
Yeah.
Something like
That
that.
could have been it.
Something was up with me because the
Your
color
brain doesn't
orange
register
literally
orange.
made me feel sick. I hated
Now,
saying the
you
word.
wear it. You wear it.
Now I love orange. My house is orange. There's orange. Like my couch is orange. I have orange accents
Yo,
everywhere.
you wouldn't do well in the 70s, fam.
I love my whole
Like just
Meek walks
throwing
in,
up
he's just
everywhere he
like-
goes.
yeah, little Meek in the 70s would have been like, oh my god,
Hey,
throwing
hey,
up with
hey,
a migraine.
hey, Colin, how about Neek on the Shining floor?
Nope.
Oh god, I
It's
don't
a
know.
wrap. It's a wrap. Eyes up here. Eyes up here.
But now I can't get enough of it. But it's so funny. Like orange Jello would have been disgusting to me as a child, but
Here's-
now I'm like, yeah, of course.
Here's the tie-in. When I was a child, Jello made me sick. Like I would vomit if I ate Jello.
Yeah, horse hooves, bro. You're not supposed to eat that.
I don't
It's
think you're
not-
supposed to
it's
eat
not,
that.
I don't think we're supposed to be eating gelatin.
Yeah.
Why was it made?
It's still there. It's not.
eat
It's
them.
I mean,
FDA
they had to
approved.
do
It still
something
exists.
with the body parts. I think I'm guessing,
Yeah.
and they found
They're
a
like,
way
we have
to.
enough glue.
Yeah. They were like, how
Let's
much?
eat it.
They're like, how much should we
Yeah.
charge? Like, I don't know, 30 cents for a pack. And somebody's like, yo, you think
fucked
somebody's
up.
gonna pay 30 cents for this shit? And they're like, watch me.
Put it in the schools. Have the
Yeah,
kids
put
have
it
it.
in
yeah,
the
that-
schools.
Yeah,
Let the kids deal with it. They'll be gluing everything together and eating it. Just get rid
It's
of all these
horse
hooves.
hooves and water.
Get the
Are
kids
hooves
addicted to it at
biodegradable?
school.
That's
think-
horrible.
I don't know.
Hooves aren't biodegradable. They'll have a fucking mountain of hooves in landfills.
yeah.
Well, because it's just
What else
what
would you
is
do with
collagen?
it?
What's nails made out of? Collagen? I don't know, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's all it is. Is that
Yeah.
biodegradable? I don't think that's biodegradable. I don't
It's
think
ground
that
up
goes-
nails. It's ground up fingernails and water.
It's disgusting, and somehow it's transparent, dude. We have to get off this. I'm gonna throw up.
Okay, let's get into it. What we do around here, JDHD, is we take two artists, put them up head to head, and we take them from their Spotify playlist, their top 5, right? So we're at the mercy of Spotify, and today's pick is Nico.
Today I went with, and I think we may have done a matchup similar to this, but given that JDHD is our guest, I had to seek outside assistance. And
But
our
the good
friend,
thing about the Spotify thing is it's forever changing.
it's always changing, and I'm pretty sure this has changed since then. I reached out to our good friend Andy Uwops to help me in a pick, so shout out to Andy.
Shout out.
And
Andy.
today we have Skrillex versus GTA.
We have not done this.
I like this. We have not
okay.
done this.
Okay.
GTA was I think given a cease and desist at some point in his career for his name. So
That's
on
what I was about to
Spotify,
ask. Okay.
Yeah.
on Spotify, he goes by Good Times Ahead. So
Interesting. So that's what that stands for.
yeah, well now it does. Yes,
They,
Uh,
2 people.
Yeah.
they.
Yeah.
So what did it
so-
stand for when it started? Colin?
It was just GTA. That was just the name.
It's
As in-
it's always been Good Times Ahead, but they
Okay.
just use the
yeah,
abbreviation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I don't know. Jules is supposed to be on this show sometime soon, so we'll just
Yeah.
fucking ask
We'll
him.
just fact check this.
I'm sure we were supposed to have GTA on here, so yeah.
Tell him I'm
Yeah,
a
we
huge
did talk
fan.
about that. That's right.
Hell yeah.
I forgot about
So
Yeah. I'm gonna send that tweet
Jake-
right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't think any of you guys will have to be. We'll have to, but just in case,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
the
do
rules
so.
are: if you need to check in for a reference, like you don't know a song, mute your mic, give it a listen. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
why I just mentioned what it is. So round 1, we have Skrillex with "In the Ghetto" versus GTA "Intoxicated."
Mm.
In the Ghetto.
It sounds like the same song.
I'll give Skrillex that one. I
Uh,
love both. But I think
Yeah.
I'll give him that one.
I'm gonna go Intoxicated. That was a big Cubs walk up song for a while for
Really?
Rizzo,
Yep.
for Anthony
Yeah.
Rizzo. And
That was during their championship run. They did
Yep.
that.
I was living in Chicago at that time, and you could drop that song and it was like levels. It got the same response. So, and that's Martin Solveig as well,
Yeah.
right?
I
Yes,
actually saw Martin Solveig at EDC that year when that song came out.
Oh, sick.
He played it midway into his set, like in the middle. Like he
Yeah.
built it up and then dropped that, and everyone was psyched. And then at the very, very end, he was like, "I'm playing this shit again." And then he just-
Fuck
he
it.
was-
Well, he had a moment. He had a moment too with "Hello." I just
Uh-huh.
came
Mhm.
to say. I think about bringing that back. That works.
It
I
works.
think
It
about
works.
bringing everything back from that
Mhm.
era, dude. Like,
Mhm.
because everyone already knows it, so it's more of like it taps into like people's mind. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
That's
Yeah.
like that's post Bloghouse, early Big Room
Mhm.
era.
Yeah,
'Cause it's-
2012.
Came to Say Hello was almost Bloghouse. It was just right after though.
Right.
Mhm.
I
it would have done great on the blog.
Would have done great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was working at Win Nightlife, so I was in Tristan XS when that shit dropped, and Martin Solveig was a resident. So I seen Martin Solveig probably like 10 times
Sick.
Hmm.
at
Sick.
the
Does-
peak.
Does he wear the headband?
Back then he did.
Yeah. Yeah. Commit to the bit. Tennis player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wore the headband, but it's. I remember when I first saw his name, and I was like, "Who the fuck?" And then they're like, "Hello."
I'm still kind of like, who the fuck? I'm gonna be honest with you. He like kind of popped up out of nowhere.
There would be
And-
names that came up that I had no idea, and then I find out their songs. I'm like, like who did that song "Animals"?
Martin
Martin
Garrix.
Garrix.
Martin
Garrix.
Garrix. That was the when I remember when Garrix popped. They're like, Garrix is huge. It was Animals. I was like, oh,
He was, like,
'Cause I would have no
18
idea who these people
too.
were.
Yeah, he was super young.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
when
I just
he
wasn't
started his
connected at the time.
residency, he was probably not old enough to be there,
Yeah,
right?
he wasn't old enough to be there, so
Yeah,
they
get
had to
walked
have.
in.
They would walk him in, and they'd have like stanchions around the booth, and nobody was allowed to go in there. He was completely separated. So
Mm.
nobody.
Wow.
So usually when DJs show up, like they have like people on the stage because the stage is huge.
Right.
So there'd be like 4 tables, 6 tables, but none of that would happen when Solveig was there Garrix was there because he was underage. So we couldn't have alcohol around him at all.
Did you guys have Mady on too?
No.
No. I played with him. He was like 16.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I did a Lollapalooza pre-party with him and Snake, and dude was 16 and was
I'm
using.
trying to remember who else was young. There was recently, like pre-pandemic at Omnia, there was somebody that was underage. I can't remember who it was though. Yeah, I can't remember who it
I don't
was.
know. That's crazy. Like,
I want to say, like, I know it's not Zed, but it's somebody like similar.
yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
but-
Summit before he was 21?
That's what I was about to ask.
You
Yeah.
never, I don't think Summit ever had a residency at
No.
anywhere I was.
No. That's too new.
Fuck it. Whatever.
Round
Round two. Where Are You Now versus Boy Oh Boy.
Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. For sure.
Yeah, I'll go with that. That's a killer transition tool. Yeah, Travis, you know these. Don't
Yeah, I
even
do.
look above. You know these.
I do. I had to refresh boy oh boy. Where are you now? I love that song.
I brought that back recently. That Marshmallow remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that song, man.
Round three, Humble Skrillex remix. This is actually an interesting round.
Okay.
Humble Skrillex remix versus Red Lips Skrillex remix.
Oh.
Red Lips for sure.
Yeah. I'm with Colin on that one.
Yeah.
Red lips
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too good.
Mm-hmm.
Round four, Bangarang versus Neve GTA remix.
Bangarang for sure.
Yeah.
Bangarang.
It's a moment.
And we good?
Yeah, I said, oh, for sure.
Oh yeah. No, I thought you were you were changing.
Nah.
So this round we had to change. Because Intoxicated was on here twice. So I changed the last round. And instead of going with the number 6 song, Andy Uwap said I have to put this song on here. So we have Purple Lamborghini versus Party Up remix.
Party up remix. No contest.
I don't know, man.
Purple Lamborghini. Purple Lamborghini. Yes. Shout out David Ayers. Shout out Jared Leto.
Shout out.
I've
Jared
played
Leto.
both of these songs a lot, man.
Shout out Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Purple Lamborghini is such a like pop culture timestamp. Like,
oh yeah.
That song combined with the video will let you know exactly what was happening, what year.
Yep.
Boom. Like this is
Yeah.
what's happening in pop culture. Here's who's popular right fucking now.
Right.
It was like the tail end of that Lex Luger sound. It's like
Yeah.
the very end of that, and it's like, all right, this is the evolution of that sound right here. Here you go.
Like real life, almost like cinematic villain music.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm gonna go Purple Lamborghini, but I'm gonna put a little asterisk on this and say Wild for the Night is the better of the two collaborations.
Let me throw one more in there. What about Burial? Skrillex's one with Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that one better than Purple Lamborghini.
Yeah, I do too.
It's
I feel like Purple Lamborghini I almost liked.
It's good. It's Rick Ross. I
love Rick Ross.
Yeah.
I just like Ross on a big room beat because Ross's flow is one of those. He hasn't changed his flow since he started.
No.
He found that flow locked in, and I just think that flow just works with big room so well.
All right, you brought up something. You unlocked one of the combos we were gonna have today, and I want to bring it up. Somebody tweeted, I don't remember who. They said DaBaby was on track to be this generation's Ludacris.
100%.
1,000%.
100%. It was to the point where we were debating if DaBaby was a rap star a pop star or a superstar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the baby was on track to being 1,000%. That's a perfect analogy where this guy was like, because Ludacris, like all the rap heads liked Ludacris, especially early on. We were like, oh, this guy's cool.
Very,
And
very
like,
entertaining.
Very entertaining.
Very unique flow.
I was just gonna say a very unique flow to him. And he just he really dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Like in such a like comedically hateful way. Like very specific.
Yeah.
So weird.
It was like he was trying. I get what he was trying to do. It just
put your hands up if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot.
Like,
you ain't
what?
got AIDS. What?
I mean,
That's mad specific, dog.
He was trying.
Your biggest fan base is women. Like,
Yeah, he was just trying to do an updated version of "Let Me Clear My Throat," but just didn't land.
Hey, I guess and then
Let me clear my career.
Yeah,
Let me clear
man.
It
He
sucks,
like,
'cause,
dude,
like,
and then he like right after that was like beating up his who is his baby's mama's current boyfriend?
Fighting everyone.
He was just
Baby
fighting
mama's
people, bro.
That
brother,
one was
that's
different.
what it
Though.
was.
Catching,
That
like-
was different though.
He just kept
Because
catching. He just kept running fades on people.
If
Yeah.
he didn't do what he did on that stage,
Nobody would be tripping on
then-
him running fades.
yeah, because
Yeah.
him running the fade on her brother shouldn't have been there. He
I
knew
don't even know
exactly
the
what he was
story.
doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
He was probably antagonizing.
He was
something.
antagonizing the shit out of him. He tried to run up on the baby with the baby's security guards right behind him. Like, what do you think was going to happen, fam?
That's such a funny. This is so on brand. 5-on-5. We're talking about something years later, but like it's so funny. Like the crumbling of this man's career is almost. It's like a clown show. Like it's like a clown slipping on a banana peel. Like
So slowly though. So slowly.
Like it's taking so long for him to fucking. It starts with like a very specific like, let's get the crowd into it. Put your hands up if you like the baby. Like
he
okay,
just kept
babe.
going. Yeah, he just kept going.
Crowd was like, cool.
Put your hands up if you are at this festival. Okay,
So good.
hands up. Put your hands up if you ain't a dirty motherfucker that got AIDS and ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, because my fans don't do that. Probably a good percentage of those people suck dick in the parking lot that day.
Right. Yeah.
It's
It's rolling loud. What do you?
festival. It's
Yeah.
rolling loud. I would say a
Probably some
decent
girl sucking
percentage of
dick
people
as he
got
was
their dick
talking.
sucked in the either got their dick sucked or sucked a dick in the parking lot. And I
Right.
just don't see what the problem is with that.
Yeah,
And I
like,
don't see
where's
why
the
he's
issue?
denouncing that sort of behavior.
But he
Why
just
do
didn't have
you
to put the
care?
extra sauce
And
on
also,
it.
Exactly. Why do you
is
care,
your
bro?
business, Mr. Baby?
But everything
You're
was
on
all
stage,
good
man.
until he put the extra sauce on it.
Everything was fine until you put those sauce on it. And now
He
you're
could have ended it
denouncing
at
people with-
that. Boom. Sucking
Also,
dick, boom.
denouncing people with AIDS, like
Yeah,
that's
why,
mad specific.
fam,
Fuck
right?
that, yeah.
Why you gonna do that?
And now I'm supposed to put my hands up for this very specific thing that you got a problem with.
Right. Magic
Hey.
Johnson was like, "Yo, I was your biggest fan, homie."
Yeah, and people alike, like you're denouncing people who suck dick in cars, who get their dick sucked in cars, and people with AIDS
with
all
AIDS.
in the same time.
Yeah.
That's very specific.
Very.
Mad
And then just start
specific.
running fades for 2 weeks. It just start running fades on everybody in public for 2 weeks.
The only person that could have done it wrong and did do it wrong.
Like that's it. And now we're done. This guy
It just
I'm
happened.
pretty sure this guy,
Travis,
like-
you know who I'm gonna say. There's only one man that's fucked things up even more than him.
Oh, God,
Why do
yeah.
people keep giving him the fucking mic, man? Just take the mic away from him.
Just
What are you
don't give him
doing?
the
What are you
microphone.
doing? Like you know he's gonna. How is Kanye the only one in
Who shall
the
not be
room that's
named.
crazier than Alex Jones? Alex Jones is looking at this motherfucker like,
He's like, yo, I don't back that. And
Yeah.
everybody's like,
Chuck English made a very funny tweet. He's like, he had a mask on. We don't know if that was Kanye.
that is very true. That is very true. Chuck got a point. He got a point.
Oh man.
He said, we don't actually know if that was
That was
bro.
allegedly Kanye.
yeah, yeah.
It's just, imagine you guys, imagine any of you. You guys are in this crazy position. You've had a wild music career. You are on track to being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You were just going to high knee step into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you come to a point in your life where you have a choice. You could shut the fuck up and get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or you can decide that you're a Nazi sympathizer and you decide not to shut the fuck up.
Dog.
Just imagine that's your choice right now. That's the crossroads in your life. I could either sympathize with Hitler or shut the fuck up.
He's told us though. He's told us because he said, "I hate these niggas more than the Nazis." Though he said that.
He said so much shit straight to our faces. You guys know it's not been a secret. It's documented. We've been doing this show 3 years. I've hated Kanye the whole fucking time. It's not.
No, you came around. What are you talking about?
You came around.
You came around.
I was waiting for it.
You
came around.
You came around, my
guy. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You came around. Come down to 2. You were around. You're like,
I was like, okay, it's not bad.
I'm not out. I remember that. I remember that.
Him. So I remember being like, Kanye hasn't been. Musically, I wasn't in. Donda 2 got me back musically, but I still didn't like the motherfucker. Like the motherfucker.
I just cannot.
It's gotten so. I think I've been, because I am one of those. I miss the old Kanye people. I really wanted to like get to the root of what the fuck he was talking about, and maybe, just maybe, find some sort of like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
We were almost there until he started tripling down on some shit.
Yeah.
And then like it like magnified and turned to like, because we're like, anti-Semitism's kind of early on. I think I was making the comparison to Kyrie, where I was like, he's not really saying anything hateful.
Right.
As much as he's saying something that he believes to be true that people would disagree with. That's how I felt about Kyrie. It wasn't necessarily, he didn't say anything. He endorsed something offensive,
Right.
but he didn't actually say anything offensive. He just said, I believe black people are the real Israelites.
Yeah.
You may not agree with it, but it's not offensive.
Right.
It's the other shit, Holocaust denying and all that kind of shit that came with the documentary.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing. That's anti-Semitic. But Kyrie he denounced all that part later on.
Yeah.
And so I think I just kind of like grouped Kanye in there, but that's not what happened.
No,
Kanye
you shouldn't have. It should have been the opposite way though.
It should have been
Kyrie should have been. Kyrie was grouped into Kanye.
Kanye was grouped into
Kyrie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it should have gone the opposite way, because Kanye started this whole shit by saying
DEFCON 3, DEFCON 5.
I'm going DEFCON 5 on Jews.
Mm-hmm.
And then went to bed. And then just went to bed.
Yeah, went to bed.
Yeah,
he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
The Dave Chappelle bit was so
I'll be
funny.
back tomorrow.
My man said, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to take a nap. But when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 5 on the Jews. And then went to bed. Dave Chappelle said, he was asleep and I was worried the whole time. What the fuck does that mean?
To put things into perspective, tweeting something like that and giving no fucks what people are going to say back to you and just going about your day, wild.
Insane.
Wild.
It was a Jewish doctor.
Wild.
Like, he really did go DEFCON 5 on the Jews. I'm laughing about it because, like, the audacity of the tweets.
Right.
Like,
right.
I'm not laughing because if somebody said this shit and like genuinely meant it, I'm laughing because it's like mentally ill Kanye West. Like, just he's like, it's like one of the homeless people outside just rambling to me. Like, it's just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. This man has no fucking idea. I mean, he might actually know what he's saying, but
and then what he did to Trump was just hilarious. That shit was fucking hilarious.
I don't want to make this like a whole, like, we all know Kanye West has done some like out of line shit lately, but I think it's just been out of line for so long, and there's been so many people that have been like trying to I don't know,
Nah.
defend. right?
Habitual line stepper.
Yeah, he's
Habitual
a
line
habitual
stepper.
line stepper.
And I think a lot of people have been like, yeah, he stepped on the line, but it ain't that bad, or like,
Right,
you know,
right,
you're
right.
missing what he's doing, and now it's
Yeah,
gotten to the point
but
where it's like, okay,
He made graduation.
He made
right,
graduation,
right. Here's
Brandon
here's the thing,
graduation.
and that's an important point too. It's taken all the fun out of these fucking songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
that's how
not
I
even
feel,
fun to
bro.
play this
It's
shit
finally
Yeah,
got to
anymore.
the
man.
point where it's like, I remember
Yeah.
like a few weeks ago, me and Travis was like, oh, I'm still playing, and I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
kind of want to play it. Now it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, I can't play it.
No, it's
I
not
can't
like
play it.
fuck. I can't play. It's like fuck. I don't even want to play.
I heard
Right.
Monster.
Like,
I heard
yeah,
Monster last
yeah.
night. Somebody played Monster. I'm like, dude, this is such a bummer. It's
Yeah.
bumming me out in the club.
Dog,
Like
A
more
few
than
weeks ago,
anything,
I
this
forgot
guy
to tell
fucked
you
up my
guys.
set.
I was having a slow night at one of my like loungy gigs, and it was just the weather sucked. It was like outdoors, and I had like maybe like between 5 and 10 tables in the room, and I'm like, all right, I've been playing I was playing like hip hop, so I was like, let me play. I've been dying to play Little Brother I See Now
Mhm.
with Kanye. He's on the
Mhm.
first verse. It's like a song about big girls.
Yeah.
I'm like dying to play this song, but I'm like, damn, with all this Kanye shit, I can't play it. But it was a slow night, and I was like, you know what? Everybody's vibing to all this hip hop. Let me see if tonight's the night.
Mhm.
And I look up, and one of the tables that's like been fucking with me all night is a couple, and I look closely, and the guy has a yarmulke on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to play after party for the Pride Parade,
Mhm.
and the DJ before me was playing DaBaby,
Mm.
and I was like, "Yo, do you know what you're playing? Do you know where?
Literally
do you know
read the
where we
room.
Read the
are? Do you
room.
know where we are right now? Do you know what night this is?"
How funny.
He let that shit ride. I was like, "All right, man."
Wow.
It's just it's not fun anymore. It's no longer fun to play Good Life, and that says something when
Yeah.
it's such a fun fucking song, and everyone's connotation when they hear it is, oh, this is the guy that was just on Alex Jones.
Right. Like it's completely ruined. It's like it's put a really bad taste in all of the music, which is such a fucking drag because a lot of it is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever still get? Well, this is all still pretty recent, but like on a similar note, I've had gigs where people came up to me and asked me to play R. Kelly, even with all of that stuff. So do you think that'll be the same thing? Like people are gonna be like, "Yo, you got any Ye? Like you got any Donda? Like I want to hear it." Type shit.
I feel like people who do that, and if you guys, they obviously all these people have good music.
Mhm.
No
No pun
I feel
intended.
like, oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, no pun intended. I feel like the people who do that are looking like they're being spicy on purpose
Mm-hmm.
because
It's just right up there with the Bad Bunny people with the phones and everything. It's almost
like you're just being an asshole on
Yeah.
purpose. I feel like specifically I was at an event maybe a few weeks ago where they played R. Kelly though. I haven't heard R. Kelly in public in years.
Mhm.
And they played Bump and Grind and the room went fucking nuts.
Word.
Like the room blew up. Like that was the song that set off the party. From the top too, like the
See,
'cause
okay,
I don't
so is R. Kelly one of those where it's like
we know it's bad.
you're gonna put it on just to see the reaction?
I'll never play R. Kelly ever again. That's just me personally. Me personally, I will never play R. Kelly ever again.
I'm
an
there.
Elias.
I also
I
don't
feel-
have I don't have a reason to.
I don't have a
Yeah,
reason to.
exactly.
Yeah.
I played R. Kelly one time since that whole fiasco, and it was like second to last song. There's 3 people in the room, and I just wanted to hear Ignition Remix, and I played it, and those few people that were in the room lost their fucking minds.
Sure.
And I was like,
I've been doing
like
like Fiesta
good
remix,
songs.
just the beginning of it though. Just the J part.
The J part.
Yeah, and then I get out of it.
yeah,
After the
It's,
party. What do you play after that? Because that I've seen a lot of DJs throughout my entire career play that little part.
Right.
And then into
it-
something monstrous. What's the song off of it?
I usually do Big Pimpin'.
Ooh,
That's a big transition.
Yeah.
I do Hypnotized.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that.
After the original is probably this.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah,
that's sick.
okay.
that's tight. That's tight.
That's super sick. Big Pimpin's good. Yeah. I don't know. It's J. That's just a J
Right.
line. And I think that's fine. You're not playing AJ nothing but a number.
Right. But see, at the same time, I'm playing At Your Best, Aaliyah.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Do you cut out the Aaliyah tracks too?
See,
Oh,
and I
that's-
play
that's the
I play
problem.
Aaliyah
back
all
and
the time.
forth.
That's the problem with Ye though too. Do you cut out all the
know.
Ye production?
Right. And see,
It's-
that's the
I
thing.
just think it's
I
his
am not
voice.
getting rid of niggas in Paris. I'm not. I don't
That's
care
a
who you
hard
are.
one.
I'm not.
That's a tough one.
I had to do a switch over, and he left me at Ye's verse, and I was just like, man.
That's
Ladies
such a-
and gentlemen,
we get
JDHD.
married at the mall.
Fuck, dude. Echo out
Oh,
real
that's
quick. just
great.
Yeah.
going in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I was
his
just like, you got
fucking
later
good.
here, bro. Come on.
later Ye is because Ye's style is always kind of like punny and quitty, like, oh, he said that. All of that is just aged awfully now because it's like, you're like, damn, he said that. Because now we're like, it's like foreshadowing. We're like, damn, we knew
Yeah,
this.
but his
whole time.
niggas in Paris verse is still one of the classic verses, man. One of the classic sing-along verses ever.
Here's
Ever.
my problem. I got two songs, and I know y'all are right here with me.
We're only
Ameri-
escaped to one.
American Boy. American Boy
Yeah.
is a fucking
It's the number one
Pin in my
champion
set.
sound. You're so still, we about to get down.
and number two is Selfish.
Selfish
Oh,
has been
Selfish,
so
yeah.
hard, but he's not the first verse, so I just
He's
get out
not.
before
So
he
you can
gets
get
there.
away
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
You can get
His
away with
verse
that.
is so good in that too.
it's
Like,
so good.
he's so good in that song.
Shout out to Trade Voorhees, a local producer. He was streaming on Twitch maybe a week ago and recreated that beat. And
He
I
did?
feel so, yeah, oh, it's so sick. I did not know, and I feel so dumb that the drums on that song are a sample of one of my favorite Fatback songs, Let the Drums Speak.
Okay.
Nice.
I did not realize
Interesting.
that was what those drums were from. Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't realize Players, the drums, and that is Sugar Hill Gang. If you listen to Players, listen to the opening drums, and then listen to Sugar Hill Gang.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit
Mm.
blew my mind. I was like, oh fuck,
Mm.
Dilla's a god.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It just like this like, I mean, I don't think Let the Drum Speak is probably like is simple, but like take like a pretty well-known sample and just like pitch it and slow it the fuck down.
Yeah.
It's completely unrecognizable. Let the Drum Speak to me is like one of my favorite songs because of the drums. I had no idea until he made the beat where he looped it, pitched it down. And I was like, oh, that's a different sound. I had no idea. Speaking of Dilla though,
Duh.
Speaking of Dilla
we
versus
have a
Pete
couple-
Rock,
yeah, we never got into the lightning round. We'll get into the lightning round after this.
do it.
We do have a couple peer questions, and P-Dot wants to know your top 5 Dilla songs.
Okay, I'll probably go like 5. That's his production and his.
Okay.
So I'll probably go like Players. This is my favorite Slum Village song of all time for sure. So that'll be in it. I really like No Games. The J-Lib. So everyone knows One Beer Left, the MF Doom one. Dilla, he used the beat. He ended up using the beat too. And there's J-Lib No Games. I really like that. There's like a different way that Dilla comes in, like when he starts rapping, because usually he's cool, like he's just cool in it, he's just chilling, or he's talking shit, but like really chill. Like that is how Dilla raps. But in No Games, he just comes like aggro. I don't know, like it's dope.
I know exactly. Yep.
So, what was that? 2? Was that number
That's
2?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, we
3.
lost count already.
Yeah. Probably damn. Illa J. Um
And also, while you're doing this, I'm gonna turn you into a chameleon, make you think about two things at once real quick. Endeavors wants to know. He says to ask him about that Raven Clarity remix. He'll know. Just be like, what is that?
all right, let me segue out of question
Hell
two. I'll come
no.
back into question two, but fucking all right. So he's asking about, you guys know the song Raven by Proxy?
Uh-huh.
So
Classic blog house.
there was one time I was just fucking trolling. Like I have this crate of just acapellas. This pre Serato stems. So I just had a crate filled with it. I had Proxy on and I was just trolling and I threw Clarity Zed over Proxy and it just sounded fucking ridiculous. Like it shouldn't have been made. So he always asks me like, yo, like any gig I'm at, whether it's I'm at Common, We All Scream, or if I'm on a fucking big stage, he's like, Rarity, like Raven Clarity, Raven Clarity, we're gonna drop it. Like, I'm like, dude, come on, man. That was in my room like once. He'll never stop bringing it up. But I do that a lot though. Like I'll just do things that shouldn't happen. I used to go on Twitch and stream and like I'd be on Ableton and like the segment would be shit that doesn't need trap drums. So I would put like trap drums over like ABBA or like fucking just dumb shit like trap drums over Fleetwood Mac.
Yo, I need that folder. You gotta send that folder through.
No, Nick,
don't send him that folder.
No, you're gonna have to send that.
I sent a link before when you were like, no, Colin asked. He was just like, what are some like outrageous mashups you guys have? And I put Mosh Pit over fucking Whip It. And I sent it to Neek, or I sent it in the thread.
Yeah.
He was like, just send this to me right now.
I'm here for all that shit. Anything that reminds
that
me of a
shit.
Girl Talk set, I'm
Yes,
like,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
go. Like,
yeah, that's immediately what I thought. I was like, this is so outlandish that it's like I want to play it out. Colin's Migos one.
Migos and
yeah.
Safety Dance.
Yeah, Migos and Safety Dance.
Pure Water and Safety
Pure
Dance.
Water and Safety Dance. I fucking love it. Every now and then I throw it on and it works because I think Safety Dance is the key.
Yeah,
that's Girl Talk.
Yeah. I'm always blown away. When you tell me it works, I don't believe you. And I'm like,
a video one time.
Yeah,
I was like, look,
I'm like, send me a video of this working, and then I'll be able to sleep at night. I'll be able to close my eyes. I'll be able to shut it down. That's great.
Do you have those last three?
Yeah. So 3 Illa J, We Hear.
Okay.
4 Time, Donuts of the Heart.
Fire.
And I really don't think that a lot of people make a big fuss about like Donuts, like that being his final work and stuff like that. And I don't even think like as a huge stan, like that's his best work. It's not his best work. He's on a fucking hospital bed.
Right.
Like making that final piece of work, you know, like he's just trying to get a last project out there. And like to me, I felt like Time is probably the one out of all of them where like he probably knew his time was coming.
Yeah.
And like I can kind of feel that in that record. And so that's
Donuts is a crazy record because it's his last work.
Yeah.
And knowing what it is, I think for what it is, it's an fucking immaculate record.
Yeah, like no one's gonna be able to do that shit, let alone on your fucking
on your deathbed, literally.
You know?
But I think it's wild to say a producer at the level of that he was at, to say that with that limitation that's his best work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think it's one thing to say it's an incredible body of work, especially considering, but to say it's his best work is like, dude, no, like that. There's no way. Like J-Lib is out there.
Yeah. 5th, fuck, this is hard. but I'm probably gonna go another Slum Track Climax.
Mm. It's
Fantastic.
wild because Dilla's one that everyone has a different vibe.
Yeah,
Because
I
there's
think-
so much.
There's so much. I
His
think
catalog
literally
is-
everyone.
it's
And you know what? Dilla, like Slum Village Dilla versus Donuts Dilla, sounds like
Yes.
a completely
Different.
different thing. Like I would be totally understanding if the average rap music fan was like, I don't fuck with Donuts. Like that's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just a lot happening. It's not rap, it's just beats. It's like kind of hard. Like I would totally be understanding. But like
It's
when you listen
artsy.
to-
it's art.
Yeah.
Donuts is art.
it's
you
music,
know?
like he's
Yeah.
he's actually like composing
Yeah.
in a sampling way, which is like
that's what I mean.
any-
Yeah, it's
anybody can sample, anybody can make a
Mhm.
4-bar loop and then throw some like drums over it, but he's composing music
Mhm.
from sampling. Like people don't. He's taking.
that's crazy.
snares
That's
from
pretty
other
like
snares.
it's like it takes hip hop production to a different level
Right.
that like it's not for everyone and that's okay,
Mm-mm.
but it is like it's not just a beat. You know what I mean? It's not just I'm not just making beats here. It's not just a beat tape. Donuts is a full like
It's an
top to bottom
experience.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I hate when like kids my age and younger are like, oh yeah, Dilla's like lo-fi. And I'm like, no, Dilla is not lo-fi. Like, not at all. The people that made lo-fi listened to Dilla.
Right.
Listen
That's
to
the
Dilla,
difference.
like
That's the
Mhm.
difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to say he's lo-fi is so it's like an oversimplification.
Yeah, and it just shows that you're not even digging deep
Right.
to like what he
Mm.
what he did and how he did shit. So it's
I feel like you don't have to dig that deep because like I feel like he left off on a lo-fi note. Like Donuts is kind of like would fit that category, but again, like
yeah,
it wouldn't be lo-fi if it wasn't for Dilla.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
I won't say he invented it, but I definitely think he inspired it.
Yeah.
But
If, you,
Yeah.
if there's no donuts, you have no Fred again. I want to say that.
if there's no Donuts, there's no like bedroom pop and shit like that. I like lo-fi kind of like there's without
Billie Eilish and all of that.
Yeah.
Like,
without Donuts, there's no lo-fi beats to study to. Like that
Yeah.
whole genre does
Mm.
not fucking exist.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask this. Colin, you might be able to answer this actually better than anybody though. Well, I don't know. So without donuts, do you have selection?
no.
No.
No,
Okay.
no. And
I think
fine.
players-
Like, I think Donuts is such an outstanding piece of work to where a lot of people bit that.
Yeah.
And like kind of wore that out.
they
Mhm.
tried to formulate it wherein like if you really dig with fucking Dilla, you would realize he had no formula at all. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah.
really all selection, and you only get that from being a complete lover of music. You
Yeah.
know, like it's far beyond, oh, I make beats and I got cuts that no one else can use.
Mm-hmm.
This dude was listening to music from his mom and his aunties and like his family and like kept all of that shit
Mm-hmm.
and then continued to listen to more stuff and then went back in time. And that's just because he loved it, genuinely just loved music. Like he would just buy records, even if they had no purpose. Like, oh, I'm not gonna cut this. You just buy it. Like, and I
Yeah.
think that's lost today, and at
The-
least my age group.
the art of digging like that is different. Even sorry, me and oh excuse
Bless.
me, me and Call don't even like me and Call dig pretty often. I don't dig that way anymore. I don't find myself in dollar bins looking for shit I've never heard of. Oh, this cover looks crazy. Let me just see what it sounds like. I've never heard that. Like, I don't dig that way anymore. My digging is very like with a purpose. I'm buying things that I know are dope.
Mhm.
I think just that era of digging to find unheard sounds is kind of a slept on thing. And this is actually a great point for us to segue, because I do want to get into lightning round, and I do want to get into like a little bit more of your history. But what is kind of lost now is that we don't dig in a way that is at a time when, like, so in the b-boy culture, the DJ digs for breaks.
Yep.
We dig for loops, and we will find the ill loop. It doesn't matter where it comes from, what genre it comes from. As long as that break is fresh, we're in.
Yep.
So we would dig for like the most random shit. Like, oh, I wonder if this has an ill break on it. I wonder if this has an ill break on it. Like Jesus Christ Superstar, probably the worst soundtrack of all time, has one of the illest breaks on it. One random ELO song has a break on it. Like, it's not a hip hop record.
Yeah.
It's not a soul record, which most breaks are. Like, it just. And so producers kind of adopted that, where they're like, well, I'm just looking for a loop. I'm just looking for drums. So they're looking for drums anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no reason to dig like that anymore, because people don't sample anymore because you can't clear it. And even in breaking, we don't play music like that anymore. It's all original music.
Yeah.
Because of copyright laws. So I think legally, the legalities of music have changed the way we buy music.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems with that. The copyright issues have made it difficult to expand art, and a lot of people have simply given up for that reason.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if I only produce with samples, I don't want to be limited to Splice and what I can clear off of that, what's free domain. Yeah. And that's all the colors on my palette, simply because I'm not a millionaire and can't afford to clear sample.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a label would even be intrigued by a new artist coming to them with a great beat and a sample and being like, can you clear this? I think you would have to be monumentous to be like, oh, I have, for example, Lil Baby on this track or something like that.
Yeah.
Here's the track that we're coming to you with this sample. And then they'd consider to clear it. But I think that entry point in music now is so fucking expensive just to get your feet off of the ground in the beginning and clearing that shit, that the artistry has been lost in something in like where we had Dilla doing Donuts and stuff like that, where it's like, here's my ideas, or even Beastie Boys taking it back to like Paul Revere and stuff that.
Hold on. Stay right there. I'm going to interject real quick with a question. How do these house producers get these 90s songs cleared?
I think there's different things that happen, but I think the most common thing is, for example, that big record, Do It To It.
Right.
They got it so that Cherish gets royalties.
That's what I was just going to say.
So
there's different credits. There's publishing, writing, and I can't remember else. Copyright. But there's essentially, you can get a writer's credit, and you can get a credit for the masters, something like that. But I don't remember the differences. But there's rights where you own your masters and you own your publishing. So if you own the masters, you own that specific recording of that song. If you own your publishing, you own any variation of that song. So let's say I wrote the song, oh baby, bring it on to me. I wrote that. I wrote that song. Pen to paper, I wrote that. I didn't perform it. I just wrote the song and sent it. I own the publishing of that song. Now, the actual recording, Black owns. And I don't know if that's really the case, but let's say Black owns that master. And let's say some 90s some tech house producer records and uses that vocal. They don't use that master, but somebody else sings it. But they sing that song. I get my fucking money.
Okay.
So I get paid for that.
Okay.
Black doesn't get paid unless that song gets sampled. Now, if that producer sampled that song, like took the acapella, we both got to get paid.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So that's why a lot of these tech houses are like re-recording things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then
Cost
any
less
of the
stuff.
ones that are like sampled, you'll also see them end up just becoming official remixes
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
because it is the recording itself. And they're
Right.
Because they're
"All
just gonna have to pay them anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Okay.
that's one thing or another.
Calling back to Beastie Boys. Sorry.
No, I mean it was just a time and a place, you know. Like they sampled "When the Levee Breaks" from Led Zeppelin, and we're just
Right.
like, "Yo, fuck it, we're gonna run with it," you know. And even taking those drums now and stuff like that, there's so much fucking red tape to be a musician, so much red tape to be an artist, so much red tape, and even covering someone's song and doing this and doing that.
Hmm.
That a lot of people are like, "Yo, you can fucking have it. I don't want it. I don't want to be in music.
Hey,
I don't
there's
want to
too
do
much-
this." Like,
The money has to get split so many ways that it makes it unlucrative for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right.
You put all this work in, you're not gonna make money off of it. Like maybe from touring, which you got to do anyways.
Right.
But like, that's a drag. It's a drag that you can't make that extra money on the song itself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because also we're not in a time where physical media is a thing. Before, you know, yes, you would have to give some money to whoever you're sampling, but you were still making money on physical media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's not a thing anymore. So like I think with the rise of technology and like the very clear digital paper trail, it's just made it impossible and has ruined sampling, which has in turn ruined a lot of culture that comes with music.
It's true. It's
Um,
I won't disagree with one bit on that. I think it's getting even more difficult now. You remember the Blurred Lines lawsuit for interpolation. You know,
like, even
right.
interpolation has gotten like so out of hand where it's like, shit, music inspires other music and everybody wants their money, and I get that, but fuck, man, like you can't even make something that's like similar to something else now.
If you're a publisher, do you still get a Grammy off of that song?
I'm not sure. Maybe like
I don't know.
I
Because
don't
it's
know.
based
I
on
think,
that record. Like the Grammy is the record that wins, right? So
Right.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
and it also like the depending on like what the award is, you know,
Mhm.
like if you are a publisher of a song and your song wins best performance, that you know what I mean, like you're not gonna get
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
But if you get like song of the year, yeah, everybody that has anything to do with that song that has a credit is getting one.
So even if your song was sampled, you still get that.
Yes.
Your song was used. So
Yes.
okay.
I forgot who, but somebody got some song was sampled, and then the person who sampled it, fucking Michael McDonald got a Grammy for Regulators.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
yeah, it's
That's sick. That's actually sick.
Right?
shout out to the god. Let's hop into a
God.
lightning round.
Yes.
Jay, this is for you and you alone. You pick one of the two names that I'm going to say. One name you can keep, the other name gets deleted out of your Serato, deleted out of your memory, deleted out of your history. It's just going to be a question mark anytime you look at that album
All right.
or artist.
Okay.
Starting with Yeah Yeahs or No Doubt?
No doubt.
Thundercat or Toro y Moi?
Thundercat.
LCD Sound System or The Strokes?
The Strokes. The Strokes was my first concert ever.
Great first concert.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Was that
which one?
California?
No, in North Carolina. So I was like this 8-year-old boy. Room on Fire just came out.
Wow.
Yeah, that they were touring off of that. I ended up getting the Reptilia EP at the time.
That's
Rad.
fucking great. Was Julian miserable up there? Can you remember if he was still
No,
not happy?
He seemed happy that night. I remember like seeing him walking like in the hallway because like there was behind the bleachers that I was standing on was like the hallway to the stage. And I remember like screaming at him like Julian, and he like looked through and he like pointed at me and like sang the song that was playing. on the PA, and then he just like walked into the thing. So he seemed happy. I'll always remember that. That'll always stick in my mind because first concert ever, like one of my favorite bands of all time, and yeah, for sure.
That's fucking nuts. Let's go with Doors or Nirvana.
Fuck. Nirvana.
Okay, Rocky or Tyler?
Tyler.
Fleetwood Mac or Tom Petty? Rest in peace, Christine McVie.
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace for sure. I gotta go Fleetwood because I grew up in a house full of women, so always.
Yo, I played everywhere the other night.
I played it all weekend.
Woo, that shit went off, boy.
It's a banger.
It's a banger. That shit went off.
For the record, I'm gonna go on the record right now and say this. Everyone gives Stevie her flowers. Stevie.
Which is
Christine,
understandable.
Totally.
Right.
Stevie will tell you Christine McVie have fucking cuts.
Yep.
Christine McVie was the fucking songwriter, the fucking songbird.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
She was the takeoff.
I could go on a long tangent about how there's so many good Fleetwood Mac songs written by Christine McVie.
Yeah.
But you can do your research on that. Jay, Ashanti or Sierra?
Ashanti.
Disclosure or Jamie XX?
Wow. I don't think I've heard an episode where you asked this one yet. Or maybe I just haven't dug deep enough. But the last couple episodes, you didn't ask this one. Fuck.
That's this is a Tony H. This is a throwback to the Tony H episode.
Fuck.
Tony was drunk that episode too, wasn't he?
Yeah, of course. No way.
Right?
No way.
What was the first one again?
Disclosure and Jamie XX.
Disclosure.
Okay.
I do enjoy Jamie XX DJ sets better than Disclosure, though.
That's fair.
Yeah, who in this group? Neek, that was you, right? That saw Jamie XX? Because you and I saw Disclosure together.
No, we saw Disclosure. I've seen Disclosure.
Okay.
Like 3 times. I've never seen Jamie XX.
Gotcha.
Where'd you guys see Disclosure? Vegas?
At Zoo. When you were at right after we left you.
You guys have all the fun while I'm working. What? No one works around here?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe somebody didn't work all the fucking time.
Yeah.
The guy comes to Vegas and books every single day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. That's fine. Enjoy your little Disclosure show, gentlemen.
Me and Travis go fucking prancing around town.
Yeah, holding hands, singing Latch together. Everyone having a good time.
That's exactly what we did.
Around
down the strip.
Latch.
Yeah. God damn. Fuck y'all. Ray Shremmerd or T.I.?
T.I. T.I.P.
Calvin Harris or Soulja Boy?
A dream mashup.
I'm gonna go Calvi. I'm gonna go Calvi with that one.
That's actually a really good matchup, though. Like, if you really break it down for the culture,
yeah.
great matchup.
That was one of mine. I'll pat myself on the back for that.
Man.
We all tried to download a song, and then it ended up being Crank That Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
always.
Like that's genius marketing. I don't care what anyone says, bro. Like,
I'm in a place that's genius marketing.
He's a weird cat, but he's crazy genius.
He's a real weirdo.
You saw the internet the way we see it now before anybody. I'm
yeah.
like, man, how the fuck did you utilize it like that? That's crazy.
Nick, you unlocked something else I wanted to talk about. I went to B Movie Bingo last night, which is a Portland thing. You go and see a B movie, and there's a bingo card. It's a horrible action movie that you always watch on the bingo cards, like Kicked in the Nuts or Head Rolling,
they do Die Hard usually too on Christmas.
They do
Christmas.
wild shit.
Yeah.
Well, last night was Gary Busey in Bulletproof from 1988. So Gary Busey kind of playing this Mel Gibson type character. You know, he's got to get to the bottom of things. He's an action hero. And Gary Busey has a line about 30 seconds into the movie. Danny Trejo is one of the villains in the beginning. So they're sniffing coke in this warehouse. Obviously, it's just off the docks, super 80s movie. And they're sniffing coke and they look up and it's Gary Busey and they go, "Who's that?" And he goes, "It's me, butthorns." He called the villain butthorn twice in the movie. And I was like, dude, he had to have said that on set. And they were like, keep it in. Keep it in. Hey, butthorn, it's me. And
What the fuck?
There's another part in the movie. These guys are shooting at these birds. They're down in Mexico for the second part of this movie. They're shooting these villains are shooting birds, soldiers. They're bored, and he chops this guy in the neck, and all the villains turn around, and he goes, "Bird season's over, butthorn." I was like, "Yo, Gary Busey."
Wait a minute. How did this
What
even
did I
come
say to
up?
unlock that?
Yeah, how did this come up?
What did I say to unlock that?
It's unbelievable.
You
I
said
best
something.
mashup
Oh,
ever.
a weirdo. No, you said
Weirdo.
you said Soldier Boy's a weirdo, and I said, speaking of weirdos,
I was like, what the
Gary
fuck did I
Busey?
unlock?
Gary Busey. No, I heard that yesterday, and I'm like, what a great fucking insult. I was like,
that is so funny.
butthorn.
I was like,
Butthorn,
how
I'm
are
gonna
we
start calling
here?
people butthorns, and they're not gonna have a fucking
How are
clue
we
what
here
I'm
talking about Gary Busey and the amazing butthorns?
Yo, there it is. There it is. I bet Soldier Boy and Gary Busey are friends. I could see that.
Oh, 100%.
There's got to be a picture online of those two together.
We need to find it. That's going to be the cover picture for this episode if we do find that.
Gary Busey and Soldier.
Yeah, or just side by side. Travis, I know you can make a good side by side.
Do it.
Yes, I can.
I'm gonna do 4 more lightning round here because we have so many fucking episodes now, and it'd take a million years to get through this. Weekend or Party Next Door?
Weekend.
Drake or Dr. Dre?
Shit. Damn, bro. Because my job depends on it, I'm gonna say Drizzy.
I like that. A working man's choice.
Yeah. But I mean, I like Drake too. He's just like any artist to me. Like he has his bad songs, but he also has really good songs too. So
Travis is looking up the Soldier Boy
Oh.
and Gary Busey picture right now.
100%.
If there's
gonna
one man
find
that
it.
can find it,
I'm
it's
gonna find
Jupiter
it.
Williams. Sade or Aaliyah?
fuck.
Hey, listen, Sade doesn't have any R. Kelly produced songs, so.
This is true, but I have a fucking Aaliyah tattoo, so it's like,
Oh, word. Yes.
so I have
like
to rock
that.
with my girl. It's baby girl all the way.
Baby girl.
Fair.
Hell yeah.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
If I delete all MJ, does that include J5 too?
No.
Neek? No.
So like his career ends there, and I still have all that.
That's okay. It's just Michael Jackson.
Okay, I'm going Prince.
Prince?
Prince. Yes.
Okay. All right, 2 more. Beatles or Beach Boys?
Beatles.
Last but not least, we ask it every single week. Outkast or Hall & Oates?
Fuck. Dude. My closest friends know I have an affinity for Hall & Oates, bro. Like but fuck, Outkast is Outkast, dude. Like, fuck. That's a really good one. And
The guilt that comes with some of these mashups is so funny.
I'm gonna
This
go
is our first
Outkast.
episode, too.
I'm gonna go Outcast because there's plenty other yacht rock I can rock with. So yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
Outcast.
Okay. Outkast it is.
Congratulations, you completely made it through.
You made it through. Yeah. Well, we didn't do Dilla or
You made
Pete
it
Rock.
through.
Are you Dilla 100%?
Oh yeah, Dilla versus Pete Rock.
Yeah,
That's one.
it's still gonna be Dilla. It's still gonna
Dilla.
be Dilla.
Yeah. Is there any producer we could put Dilla up against that you would go another way? besides Metro Boomin?
Fucking Madlib.
I was gonna say Dilla
Yeah.
versus Madlib.
Yeah.
Dilla versus. I'm gonna hit you with some and just see what see, and you just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, or I'm in or I'm out.
All right.
Dilla versus New Javis.
Dilla.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
There's your
That-
lo-fi mashup.
That's yeah. See, so if you're asking that community, that it becomes more of a debate between the two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Dilla versus. You know what? Pick one. You gotta pick one.
Dilla versus Hit Boy.
Now you gotta pick
A little
two.
bit old versus new.
Damn. I'm still going Dilla.
I'm
Dilla
over
versus Just Blaze.
Have you heard King's Disease 3?
it.
No.
We're all just gonna yell at you at the same time.
Yeah, we are.
Welcome to the
Dilla
5 on
versus
5
Just Blaze,
podcast.
right? You said Just Blaze?
Yeah. Justin.
I'm going still Dilla.
Mm.
All right, last one. Dilla versus Fat John.
Mm.
Still Dilla.
Okay.
Mm.
All
Man,
right.
that
cool.
Dilla
Blaze one
versus-
was hard. That
Dilla
Blaze one
versus-
actually was hard as fuck.
Dilla versus Quincy Jones.
I was just gonna say that.
Wow.
I was just gonna say that. Fuck yeah.
Without him, there's not him.
You had to get the
Right.
greatest
Facts.
producer of all
Facts.
time. That's
Fucking
right.
A.
Facts.
Yeah, it's Quincy.
I'm putting
that's
that
like
on
the
record
father,
too.
yeah.
Quincy is the greatest producer
Yeah.
to ever
Quincy's the
exist.
father. No,
Yeah.
for sure.
There's nobody's greater than Quincy. Period. And he
Kanye
probably
West.
has the
Okay,
longest
moving
lasting
on.
career.
That's pure talent and just like education. Like he just
Yeah.
knows how to
Skill. The man's a skilled musician.
Insane.
He made the Austin Powers theme song. I mean,
Yes.
come
Yeah.
on.
I don't even know if he made it. I'm sure that was throwaway.
did.
Like no, like
Yeah,
he
he
made it. He made it, but I don't even think he made it that day. It was just like, oh, I've got this record
Like
sitting around.
the fact that like he went from a jazz to a bossa nova phase all before like fucking
Yeah.
Brothers Johnson.
Yeah.
We could go deep on Quincy and we won't, but
Yeah. And then he made Thriller.
yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like
I mean, we could talk Thriller versus Off the Wall. That's always the heated one.
that's a heated one, but like I feel like it just doesn't. I don't want to do. I will
You
go
have
on
to
for
be a
30.
disco fan
You
to
do.
say Off the Wall.
You do.
You do.
There's no way
or,
around it.
Or you just have to be a contrarian because Thriller isn't. You. We look at when we think of Thriller. I don't want to get into this. You guys fucking do this. You look at Thriller and you just think of all the accolades that Thriller is, and you forget to look at just the music. Like the world changed after Thriller. Thriller
Yeah.
was the biggest fucking piece of pop culture ever. The world literally changed.
All right, so,
So
you
you
know,
forget to look at Thriller and think of just the music that's on there, and you forget that like, oh wait, it's actually good. Like it's actually really fucking good. So I feel like people just say Off the Wall because they're so annoyed with how big Thriller is, and you forget that like there's
Man, the
outside
cuts
of
that
Billie Jean and there's just
the
fucking
B-side cuts on Thriller.
like
is crazy.
PYT is so good, and it's a B-side. It's not a single.
Yeah, PYT is a B-side.
And so
Here's-
but Off the Wall is so fucking good too.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's as ironically, I don't think it's as polished as Thriller.
It's
I
not.
don't know how to put it.
I'm gonna say this, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. Where did he go wrong with the ET soundtrack? Because that was a flop. That was a big fucking flop. He was on the trajectory to knock that out of the park.
It was a
That had-
soundtrack.
Huh?
It was a soundtrack. That's why.
I mean, he did
Because-
Free Willy and smoked that.
No, right, but it
I
was
get a request for Free Willy today.
it was more of a it was a song inspired by the movie.
Yeah.
So when you have songs inspired by the movie, they're hit or miss.
That's such a
They
fun
really are,
question.
because-
What went wrong with Captain EO?
Did MJ have a slump? Did MJ have a slump?
Of course he did.
MJ has a lot of bad songs, or I shouldn't say bad songs that
Weren't
He's
Thriller.
got filler. He's got a lot of just filler.
like that song
music.
Chicago, please.
Sh-
I can never
think
listen to that song
Who
again.
has
and
more
think
get
bad
Mike-
mad.
songs, Prince or MJ? I'd say Prince.
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 Yeah, Prince.
Because Prince recorded everything.
Because Prince has so
Prince
much
recorded
more
himself
music.
farting. All right.
Yeah.
So
Prince has so much more music.
Yeah.
that's what we think.
No, we for sure. Prince released like
That's what we
just-
think.
even on Spotify. He has
MJ
more,
been doing this shit since 4 years old, bro.
and he still has more than him.
That's what we think.
No, dude, that's totally what we know. Prince
It's out.
actually made music.
It's out.
That's out, yes, but like
I mean, the vaults are deep, Trav. You know
The vaults
Paisley
are
Park,
deep, and,
I
man.
know.
here's the thing.
You know
Here's the
Paisley
thing.
Park.
I know Prince has more music because Michael can't record music on his own.
Mm.
He's not a musician.
Mm.
He can't play piano. He
Yeah,
can't play an
true.
instrument.
He can play piano. He can play guitar. He can.
He can't play
can.
guitar. He can't.
Yes, he can.
You know what's? I know we can't play guitar, and we'll get a deep dive into this because my uncle's been in a room with Michael Jackson at his house out here with a guitar, and he couldn't play it.
He can climb trees.
Yeah, he can climb trees.
He climbed trees.
Climb
And he
trees.
can
He
sing,
can do the
and he
He
has-
moonwalk.
can't play guitar. He can climb trees.
Michael Jackson probably has the most recognizable voice in pop music.
Listen, MJ's been doing this since 4 years old. Okay, he doesn't
I
have
know.
time to learn.
He doesn't
all
have
this
time
shit.
to be a musician.
He doesn't
But
have time. Michael Jackson been a goat
That's a
since he
fair
was
argument,
a kid.
and I will let him
okay?
have it.
Prince
and I will
had
make
to
that-
work on his goatistry.
100%. He had to work
know?
for it.
Yeah,
So
MJ's
the
been doing this
reasons
since
make
4,
sense.
so you don't have time when you're
and I don't
4
want to
years
make that
old.
as a slight to MJ. I'm just saying if we're just talking about quantity, not quality. We're not even getting into quality because we're arguing over who has the most bad songs.
That's
I
what
just
really
think-
come to on this show.
Yeah.
Who's got
It
more
just
bad
Prince
songs?
has
worst
more
song.
because he
Yeah.
can make a whole song by himself.
Who can write a better
Um,
disco song, Michael or Prince?
Who can write one? Prince. Who can perform a better one?
Yeah, I
Michael.
was about to say.
All right, all right.
Who-
Write some lyrics,
MJ
too.
wrote on "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough," though, right?
No,
Did he not?
fucking-
He didn't write
didn't.
that song.
He forced
You
the
heard the
writing
demos of this song.
credit. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he wrote it. He helped
Why?
because he doesn't. He recorded the demo doesn't mean that he wrote the song.
It
And
doesn't.
Don't Stop Till You Get It. He forced his name on the production credits. So
What's wrong
I
with
don't
that?
know. We don't
What's wrong with that?
because he
Get
didn't
your
do
money, homie.
anything. You know why he did that? Because he didn't want
Get your
Quincy to
money,
get a
homie.
Grammy without him.
Get your money, homie. He did that because he's been a goat since 4 years old.
But if you have to force your name on a production, that's like the first
Fam,
copies of
you're a
Thriller
goat.
are
You
out.
don't really have to
Don't
force
have
your name
Michael's
if you're a
name on it.
goat.
He didn't do anything but sing.
You don't have to force your name if you go bah all the time. Okay.
All right. We're gonna settle this.
We gotta
with-
talk.
I love
we gotta
arguing
talk
with
about
you about
Jay,
this.
bro.
I love arguing with you about this. I love it. I
I
love
wa-
it because
I
I'll
wanna-
stand on Michael Jackson for the longest time. I love it.
I know. I get it. The man's
All right.
on my fridge twice.
Don't
Exactly.
Don't stop, or want to be your lover. Pick everyone.
Don't stop, man.
Don't
Come
stop.
on.
Don't stop. Yeah.
Come on. Don't stop is a disco song. It's not a disco song.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got more disco songs that aren't really disco songs.
No,
than-
right. But if
Yeah.
we're talking about this song,
Pop.
these two
Don't
songs.
stop for sure.
Okay.
But
Want to
that's
be
because
your
it's a Quincy song, bro.
Want to be your lover or off the wall?
Want to be your lover.
Off the
Be your
wall.
lover.
Off the wall is cool, but I like it. I play it out. It's just it's very specific. Like that's a disco ass song, and for some reason it's spooky. It's like
Spooky
pre-thriller.
shit.
Beginning
of
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's got that laugh in me.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like got a witch laugh.
Out of
I don't-
nowhere. I don't know
why?
why they did that.
It's got a
Why
witch
is it
laugh in
spooky?
it.
Why is off the wall spooky?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're
Why
trying
is
to
it a
get you off the
Halloween-
wall. They're trying
Yo,
to spook you off the wall.
Who was
Why is it
So-
a ghost song?
Somebody posted a picture of the weekend. Did you see that? The video of the weekend dancing to
Yeah,
Off the
yeah,
Wall?
yeah.
And they're like,
Well,
oh,
why-
the weekend's dropping a new track.
What?
They
Michael-
thought Off the Wall was
They
a new
thought Off the
song.
Wall was a weekend track.
Oh my
the next
God.
boys talk. I want to do a deep dive on Michael Jackson and Halloween because it's always there's a spooky track on every album.
Yeah, he's all about the theatrics.
Right.
Because, you know, he
but
was obsessed with
specifically,
movies.
How-
He was obsessed with Werewolf in London when it came out. That's why he hired John Landis to do the Thriller makeup.
have you
John Landis
did you
did
see the 4K version?
of
They re-released Thriller in 4K,
did
and
they?
it's fucking weird.
They
I don't know if I
recolorized
want to
it.
watch that.
It's too clear. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Seeing those juicy ass curls in high definition is crazy.
Sheen,
Sheen
Sheen
See
in
them juicy
4K.
ass curls in JDHD is crazy. Yo, so speaking of JDHD, I'd love to talk to you.
We've been talking for an hour and a half now, Nick.
Yeah, I would love to finally get to talk to you. Let's start at the beginning. I want to talk about how you got into DJing, and I want to talk about where you're at now.
Okay.
So start me off.
So I was first exposed to DJing when I was 4 years old. My uncle is I don't know if you guys know who he is, DJ Phonics. He is a DMC doubles champion. His partner was Turbulence, DJ Turbulence.
Yo, Turbulence, shout out.
Yeah.
That's the homie.
Yeah, so he's like pretty much he's my uncle, but he's like my older brother because we're 10 years apart. He was born in 84 and I'm born in 94. So I remember just going into his room, seeing his setup, seeing him do his thing, and I thought that was the coolest shit in the world. So like he taught me how to put a needle to a record, how to like go back and forth on it and like fake scratch and stuff like that. And then like I just fell in love with it there. And he was like, this is like turntablism stuff, like not even, club DJing or anything like that. When I moved to North Carolina, he spent like 2 summers with us after he graduated, I think. So I was just even more like around him and around DJ culture and shit like that. That's how I found out about like drum and bass in like 1999 and like 2000 and shit like that. Like I was just getting fed all the cool shit that was happening in like the Y2K era. And then he moved back to California. So like my connect with DJing was pretty much gone at that point. Like he gave me his old turntables, which were belt drive Newmarks.
Oh yeah.
And like this Newmark mixer. And we kind of just stuffed that in the garage, and I didn't really like do anything with it after he left. And then fast forward to probably like, I want to say I was 16, turning 17, and I was cleaning my garage. We were like doing spring cleaning at my house, and I remember seeing them on the shelf in there, and I asked my parents, I was just like, "Can I take these to my room?" And they're like, "Sure." Like, I mean, they're yours, right? Like. And I was like, yeah,
Right.
they are mine. They are mine. So I took them to my room. And now this is the Serato era. I only have like 4 vinyl records at this time. So I'm like, okay, I need to like do my research and figure this out. I save up money and I buy an SL1 and I have a Serato box and I'm using Scratch Live, playing on these belt drive turntables with an SL1 box and the white MacBook Pro. That's my startup, and I'm just playing in my room.
What year was this?
This is 2011.
Yeah, I had the same setup that year.
Nice.
Not the belt drive. I think I might have had 12s back at that time, but I remember the white MacBook because the top would crack like by the keyboard.
Yeah,
It was really shitty.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was
For all that talk we give, that like quality talk we give Apple, those early MacBook were fucking the iMacs. Is that what they're called?
No, the iMac I think was the desktop, right?
That was the desktop.
Yeah, it was just
the MacBook.
It's just a MacBook.
No Pro,
Yeah.
just straight.
No
MacBook.
Pro, just a MacBook.
Yeah,
right?
that's what it was
Yeah.
called.
Awful.
Yeah, bad.
So
quality.
shitty, and they had the black one too. The black one was the cool one. 'cause
You
that
were
shit
black
didn't
one did
player.
crack.
not
You had
crack.
the black one.
The
Yeah,
black one
yeah.
didn't crack. My uncle had the
Yeah.
black one, and I'm like, man, this one's sicker. I wish I had that.
Yeah, that white one was so flimsy. I remember like just the whole thing was. I saw
wanted
some
it.
bad ones where people had like most of their keyboard was like missing, and you could see
Yeah.
the nuts and
Yeah.
bolts of that thing. And I'm like, yo, like Apple really put out this product and charge everyone a grip for this rinky-dink computer.
I wanted one so bad. I never got one.
I got
the
one
homies had them.
used.
They were all fucked up.
I got it off Craigslist. I just bought it off some dude. I was in high school working like a part-time job, saving up so I can build my setup. So I'm getting it one by one. So it like took a long time. But yeah, that was pretty much the first setup there. Just doing it in my bedroom. a 16-year-old kid making mixtapes, and I started specifically doing only hip hop and b-boy stuff. So
Okay.
b-boy music, breaks, boom bap tapes. Like that's all I was doing. That's all I was thinking, really. And then I think I turned 18. I threw a jam, and that was my first event that like I threw it. That wasn't somebody's birthday party at their house, right?
So we have to talk about breaking stuff,
Mhm.
and you have to be a little bit detailed because me and you know about this shit. So when you say a jam, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
But you know, and Colin and Travis know now because they're like my friends now, but
Yeah.
prior they didn't know. So we have to talk about this shit like to somebody that's completely ignorant to it. What is a jam? What is starting in the b-boy scene? Like what is that?
So the jam, the modern jam now, it's a contest. You know, like jams before used to
For
just
breakdancing.
for breakdancing. Yes, for breakdancing. And but a jam doesn't necessarily have to be that. A jam is just an event where
Right.
the breaking community, hip hop community gets together. But my first event that I ever did, I threw a competition. I threw a competition jam. It was
Okay.
a 3v3. And we held it in my high school's gym in the gymnasium. So like where the half court line was for jump ball, that's where the battles were.
Dope.
It was sick as
That's
fuck.
a very 90s, early 2000s aesthetic. There used to be gym jams were always like the best jams.
Yeah.
My very first jam was at Johnson Middle School.
Oh, nice.
Art Son threw that jam. Shout out to Art Son Rocksteady crew
Shout out
at
to
the
Artson,
time.
bro. Damn. But yeah, that was my first start. I invited all the adults in the scene, like, hey, come through, come support. The jam too, the event was only catered to my age group. So if you were an adult, you were not allowed to compete. So it was basically just like the high school breaking community at that point.
Okay.
And yeah, like the older heads liked what I was doing. They were like, man, you're like actually going out there, like doing things, making things happen. Like much respect to that. Like keep it up. Busy Beats, pretty much gave me the cosign like, yo, I'm going to put you on to like our scenes events, you know, like Vegas Shakedown, which for our kid group, like my age group, Vegas Shakedown was the jam in our city. Like everyone's going to be there.
Shakedown was the biggest jam at the time that it was happening. It was the biggest jam in Las Vegas.
And my goal was to get up there. I was like, I want to play battles. I want to spin some battles. And I felt like I could do it because I was battling at that time. I was repping with my crew. I was practicing, and I just wanted to do it. I also, even as a young kid, I had the idea that Busy Beats and Soul Rain can't do this forever. I want to be that next guy. I want to be the next one. Because the way I saw it was breaking wasn't going away. Not anytime soon. And even now, even though it's a lot smaller, it's still not over. You know, there's still
it's still
stuff
very much happening.
Yeah. So
Shout out to Busy Bee and Soul Rain. Those guys are also my teachers.
Yeah, I wouldn't be anywhere without them for sure. Because they gave me perspective. Because as a young kid, 16 years old, I just wanted to do what I was familiar with. And it was just that, just hip hop, just breaking jams. It wasn't until I got like whispered in my ear, like, yo, think bigger. There's more to this DJ shit than just that. Like, what do you love? And it made me realize, well, I love more than just the breaking scene. Like the breakdancing and b-boying and hip hop is not my ceiling. Like I really love everything else. And I just started DJing other shit. Like my whole life too. Like I've been using the illegal things. Like I used Napster when I was fucking a young kid, then Kazaa, Morpheus, LimeWire. I used all of those. And
yeah, don't worry, we all did.
I had for my age group, I don't think a lot of kids younger than me even grasp what that is. Like to me, that shit was
file sharing.
Yeah, like that's the biggest.
Yeah, I guess.
Thing
Yeah, how old are you now?
I'm 28.
Okay, yeah.
So you
Oh
were
yeah,
what, like,
yeah.
You were what, like 7, 8, 9, 10.
7 and 8, like
Yeah.
downloading music on those things. Like other
Yeah.
kids, they didn't care about it. Like they're playing with toys and the PlayStation still. Like I'm asking my mom, like, can we buy burned CDs from Walmart so I can make some mixtapes right now?
So like 7 to 10 years old is when I started collecting music.
Yeah.
So, but for me,
Yeah.
it was like anytime I got $20, I asked to buy a CD.
Mhm.
I was on
So,
that tip too.
I was a cassette.
It
tape.
was different because you're in the digital age where you could download music.
right.
Yeah.
So you're at your 7 age because I
So
always
he's
consider
over there
myself-
asking for like better internet service.
Yeah. So like our experience is similar. We're at the same age where I've always considered myself to be a music head pretty early on in life.
Yes.
Like where you're like you're still getting CDs, but you're also at the age where like you can make your own CDs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Do you
cool.
guys remember your first physical media? Like anything?
Yeah, it was a cassette tape.
It was
Mine was
cassette
a-
for me.
It was
Cassette
cassette.
tape.
Mine was
Yeah.
it was a cassette tape too. It's
Oh, Ninja Turtles. It was the Ninja
Candy
Turtles.
Rain. Candy Rain. is the
Candy
first-
Rain.
Yeah.
Single?
Oh, so for
Turtles.
real?
Yeah, the single, just a single cassette.
Oh,
tape.
so
My
for real, the single. I had that the
Yeah.
whole album on a cassette tape.
Damn.
Yeah.
Played that shit out. Oh my god, I still have it actually somewhere.
Mine was Doggy Style.
Oh yeah, you talk about that one a lot. That's a prized possession of yours.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the thing that made me realize that I love music
Booty.
outside of
Oh
yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
that
gotcha,
too.
Gotcha.
Changed my whole life.
I remember that album, and my mom was like, "Yo, don't look at that album.
I got in trouble for that
Don't
album.
look at that."
I remember the first time I asked my mom to cuss, I said something from that album. She was like, "Okay, we got to take away this," and I was crushed. I was crushed.
You say you asked to cuss?
Yeah, I asked my mom if I could cuss, and I said something
So
from
she
that
said,
album.
"She said, okay, let me see what
She's
you
like,
got."
fine. She's like, okay, fine. And I
You
said, I
rap
want
the
to be a
Hot
mother.
16 from Snoop.
No, I didn't even rap at 16. I said the right before G's and Hustlers, there's the part where it's Little Bow Wow, actually. They're in the kindergarten class.
The
and
skit,
teacher
yeah.
the
Yeah.
skit.
Yeah.
And the teacher asks kid Snoop, he goes, my name is Snoop. He goes, what do you want to be when you grow up, Snoop? And the kid goes, I want to be a motherfucking hustler. You
Oh,
better
yeah,
ask
yeah.
somebody. And I said that to my mom.
So okay,
And
so how
She took away Doggy
do
Style.
the
that
conversation? How did that
I
conversation?
said, Mom, can I say a bad word? And I would do this on occasion because I just had to get it out. I was like, Mom, can I say a bad word? And usually it would just be a word, like just a fuck or a shit. Today I had a phrase. And I said, Mom, can I say a bad word? She says, okay, say a bad word. And I go, I want to be a motherfucking hustler. You better ask somebody. And she was like, you can't listen to Doggy Style anymore. You cannot listen to Snoop Doggy Dogg anymore. And then it was replaced with Nirvana in utero. Not in utero. It was whatever the one had Smells Like Teen Spirit on it.
Never mind. Wait, no.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I got that instead.
that's funny.
But-
I
That
think
is too
mine was
funny, bro.
TLC. My first cassette was
Crazy,
Crazy,
Sexy,
Sexy, Cool. Yeah.
Mm.
I got Crazy
Yeah.
Sexy Cool in the 3rd grade. I had a copy of it. I moved to Utah, and I somehow, I don't know how, but I got like a box of my sister's tapes, and it was just a few of them, and I don't know how I ended up with them, but I had her copy. It was like a bootleg of Crazy Sexy Cool.
It's a great album.
It was one of my favorites of all time. So that one's like burned into my mind too.
That's sick.
It's
but
just
yeah,
weird to listen around your parents all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I only listen to music in my Walkman.
Yeah.
And then like in my room I had a stereo, but I never like asked to put it on in the car or anything like that.
Trav,
'cause I was scared.
Nico's listening with his headphones and saw the color orange, and he's like,
Yeah. See, that's why I was glad I had the bootleg though, because I didn't have the real cover. Because I was red. Red was fine. Orange was too fucked
"Don't
up.
show me that."
That's funny.
Such
So
a weird kid.
Headphones on and just dry heaving everywhere.
You sexy thing, you.
I can't hear yourself making the noises.
Yeah. Whatever you do.
Like, what's wrong with him? Don't take his headphones off. Don't take his headphones off. Leave him on.
Let him keep
Leave
going.
him on.
So we're now in the b-boy scene. We're starting to think bigger than the b-boy scene. We've played a few jams.
Yeah.
It's interesting because we have so many DJs on this show, and a lot of other. I never get to talk to DJs who spent time in the b-boy scene, and the type of DJing that goes on there. We're not playing parties or playing competitions, so the style of DJing is different. It's similar to quick mixing, but it's faster.
Yeah.
The style of DJing, and one day I'll bring you guys to a jam so you guys can understand the type of DJing that it is.
Well, I went to a jam with you, right? Would you call that a jam?
No, you guys didn't come to a jam. That wasn't a jam. You went to Off the Wall with us,
right?
Justin. He went to Off the Wall when they had it at We All Scream. So it's not quite a jam, but that is the type of music that plays not at b-boy jams, but like at all styles jam.
Fair.
It's a specific music, it's a specific speed, it's a specific like the song changes aren't, you're not phrasing, you're literally following the competition. So I just, there's a certain type of DJ that comes from breaking, and I think just because I was involved in it, I don't get to see many other DJs who, and there are a lot of good DJs who ended up having big careers came from there, but they never get to talk about it, I don't think. Because most DJs don't come from there. They come from either turntablism or they go into DJing wanting to play clubs. So it's an interesting conversation talking specifically about the beat because it's such a specific style. It's like boom bap meets turntablism. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like you can't not pay attention while you're playing. You must watch the battle. It's not like being at work and just playing the clubs where you can kind of just zone out and just like kick it in the booth, not really like look around or whatever. But you actually must be paying attention to the battle and who's going out, how people are countering. Because if you fuck up in the middle of routine or someone's round, it's all your fault. Like
it's like, all, you will ruin somebody, you will ruin the competition.
It's all your fault, all fingers pointed at you. And like, and it happens too, especially in the Serato box era. One chord just like gets pulled or tugged just a little bit. Boom.
Some deck goes in reverse.
Yeah.
So has somebody lost because of the DJ fucking up?
I don't think that's the determining factor, but I do like if a DJ
you will
fucks
take
up,
the steam out of somebody's round.
It changes
sure.
everything. It changes everything for everybody. Like especially the guy that's out, but for the whole like situation, it's like you just reset everything. Because now everybody, the tension or like whatever, like the heat of the battles or like the vibe of it was going wherever it was going, just completely dropped and it's gone. So it could have been hype between the two.
Right.
And then you fuck up and then the momentum is just lost. And now they got to build that up again to win again. You know, like
if you're making like a sports comparison, it's hard to because like sports isn't driven by music.
Yeah.
Like the intensity isn't driven by music. It's driven by the will to win. But like, let's say you're in a game, like a basketball game, and there's ticky-tacky fouls happening. And like now, like that, like these players stop playing hard.
It's just down the flow of the game. It,
you know,
that's a good comparison.
It changes the flow of the game. It changes, it changes the momentum.
The intensity changes because they don't want to fucking foul each other. It's like that. So if you fuck up the music, they're like, all right, let's build this back up. Like we gotta artificially get hype again. It
also,
changes things.
Like and before the battle even starts, like you are the deciding factor of where this goes, how this is gonna be.
The songs you pick are important.
So like me, I'll play favoritism. If it's my homies, I'm giving you dope shit. I've never seen you before in my life, and I kind of get the vibe that like you're not gonna wow me. I'm gonna give you something simple. So
Mhm.
many
You're getting
and
International Zone Coaster.
You're getting International Zone Coaster. There was a time, 5 battles straight. I kid you not. That was my prelim song.
Mm.
5 fucking battles straight, bro. And I'm like, do you not know me? Like, give me something else, please.
International. Oh yeah, you enter a battle. That's the worst thing too. So when you're really getting your teeth cut
Yeah.
and you're just getting into competing as a b-boy and you can't get past prelims, you're gonna be breaking to the same bullshit. You don't get the good tracks till you get past prelims.
Mm.
So prelims is all filler. It's usually all like high 90s BPM hip hop, Blue Cheese, International Zone Coaster. What are some other ones? The Wrath of Cain.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Like stuff like that. And it's just
The
no
Wrath of Cain is fire though, man.
And some of those things go off, you know?
Yeah, I
like
love that song.
sometimes I'll give anthems like that
Mhm.
to seasoned vets because it's like, you know this song.
Mm. Mhm.
Like don't take this lightly. Like I want to see you go off to this shit.
Mhm.
But also too, like when I first got into doing breaking competitions, I wanted to change that. I wanted to bring like an element to the prelims that because I knew right off the bat they're not going to throw me in the finals or the big battles. Like if anything, I'm going to handle ciphers and
Mhm.
prelims, preliminary rounds. So my thing was I wanted to bring that to the prelims where people are like, oh, I'm going to get this, like these weak tracks. Like I don't really want, nothing's hype. It's hard for me to get hype. So I wanted to play stuff that also didn't like step on anybody's toes at the same time. Like I wasn't reaching into Biz or Soul's Crate and playing their go-tos, but still playing
the
stuff.
rules still apply. You don't want to burn the guy.
Exactly. Which is something that's I think lost today. Like my age group, everyone's burning each other. Nobody gives a fuck.
But there's enough hype tracks out there to hype it all the way through, though, right?
True.
There
but
is,
but
there is. Because of the speed that you're playing them, you only get
Mhm.
one song per round.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like 4 guys aren't going to dance to the same track.
Yes.
So it's
Right.
I go, you go. That song's gone.
Right.
Especially if it's like a 3-on-3 or a crew on crew.
Right.
So now you're burning fucking 5 songs per battle.
But that's
So
what I'm
you
saying.
only-
There's enough out there though that's possible though, right?
It's
Yeah.
possible, but
Yeah.
Like
certain
it's possible.
songs-
It's possible to play a fire track during the prelims.
Yeah.
And
100%.
It is,
Okay.
but you also
100%.
don't want to waste a really, really good track on somebody who's not gonna fucking demolish it.
Exactly. You need to pick and choose. Like,
But
you know what? I'm gonna play this one.
Like you don't want to give.
but
like,
is there enough really really good tracks that you can still do that though?
there is, but they're kind of limited because you got
Okay.
to remember, like, it's a limited bag of songs. Like breaks are these songs. So like,
So okay, so there isn't enough tracks to.
it's
keep
not
it hype.
an unlimited bag.
Okay, fair enough.
There's anthems. There's like
feel
Slept
like-
on Gems.
yeah.
But then there's this like kind of the chill like filler songs that
Yeah.
are breaks, but they're not like final battle breaks.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha,
like you
gotcha,
can
gotcha.
categorize it like that, where like the overall umbrella of like, okay, this is all music we can break to,
Mhm.
but then there's going to be like, but this isn't really a battle breaking song. This is something for the ciphers to warm up. And then this one's like, oh no, this is too hyped to give so early. This is a final song.
Mhm.
Like this got to
So
be
like
played.
the Mexican.
Mexican,
We all know
the
the
final
Mexican.
song.
Babe Ruth-
Right.
Yeah.
No, not a final song.
Not a
Okay.
final song.
The Mexican
that's
is
like an
not a
anthem.
final.
It's an anthem.
That's an
at this point.
anthem, and you would
Huh.
play it like in the prelims, maybe even the ciphers.
What about Beggin'?
Beggin' used to be a final song.
Used to.
Yeah. Used to be
Okay.
a final
When
song.
Beggin' first came out, but now it's like a prelim song
Mhm.
Gotcha.
because the hype died down. Nobody really cares about it, and it always takes like the greatest b-boy in the country or the world to
Uh-huh.
fuck that song up one time. Now it's hype. Now everybody wants to fuck it up. The clip
Yeah.
goes viral. Everybody wants to fuck it up.
Yeah.
What about
Now-
Cavern?
I
Oh,
still play Cavern till this
Cavern's
day.
a prelim, like maybe
I play it in
top
top 16. I played in top
Hmm.
16.
Okay.
That's
Mm.
always, and it's usually when I play it, it's the first battle of the top 16.
Yeah.
I always try to like, if I'm playing prelims into top 16, prelim is still like getting everyone warm. So I'll
Mhm.
give them tastes of what's hype, but also I'll give them just we can break to this. We can battle to
Right,
this.
okay.
I can create a vibe off of this.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of
Mhm.
it in a b-boy like mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mm.
mean? So like there are some break DJs that I've met that don't b-boy at all. They don't practice, they don't break dance.
Mhm.
They appreciate the music, they appreciate the art form, but they don't know how to spin it. That's
Mm.
the problem.
Right.
Because they've never been in that situation of trying to compete, let
Mhm.
alone
I think we've all agreed that the best breaks DJs break.
yes.
Mm.
But not every b-boy makes a good DJ. Because I've seen some b-boys
Yes.
try to do that. And I'm
And
like,
they just don't.
yeah.
Break DJing is not my fucking forte. I'm
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying? When I
It's
started
hard.
playing out, it was clubbing. And so when I came back to DJing, because the only breaks mixes I would ever make were like for myself and my crew.
Mhm.
Mm.
So like it wasn't in a competition. It was like pre-made shit at home. So if I ever came, like when I came back to playing jams, I had to get with it and be like, okay, I need to pay attention. You have to prepare your crates. Like you said, like these are the prelim songs, these are top 16 songs, these are top 8, top 4 finals. Like you need to prepare because the decision making is very fast.
And
So, Neek, what's your favorite final song to dance to break to?
you are hit Miss Pasterfield.
Damn, that's funny. That is hilarious. Streets of San Francisco.
Okay.
Our theme from San Francisco.
Theme from San Francisco. Oh, yeah. I know that song.
Henry Mancini.
It's a little
Yeah.
on the
Like-
faster side too, compared to
Yeah.
like the breaks today that they're playing in the
Man,
final.
for real played that early. He played that before
Yes.
the competition started.
That's one of my favorite breaks ever. And then I don't know.
I really always liked Mahogany Rush, Back on Home.
Yes.
Okay.
Moon People. Was it Hippie Skippy Moonstrut?
Moonstrut? Yeah.
Where does Jimmy Castor fall in?
Just Begun.
It's
Yeah.
it's the
Just
anthem.
Begun is it's a theme song. It is the B-boy song.
Same with
Yeah.
Soul
That is-
Makosa.
Soul Makosa's up there too. Soul Makosa, actually, damn, is that a prelim song?
That's a cipher song to me.
It's not even battles. Like that's a cipher song because it's
Okay.
it's in a major key.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part about breaks too, is like for me in battles, I want to hear minor keys. I don't want to
Gotcha.
hear a lot of major keys.
Ominous beats.
Gotcha.
I want to hear something
like-
mean. I want to hear
Yeah.
something tough. I don't want to hear something that makes people smile. Soul Makosa makes people smile. That's the cipher song.
Makosa.
Right.
But, like,
Okay.
Some fire cipher battles go off to that song though.
Yes.
Because
Mm.
everyone is aware of that song and they're like, yeah, I'm trying to rip.
And
this
everybody
back.
knows that song. Yeah, everybody knows every part of that song. So cats that can dance fuck that song up.
Yes.
There's a lot of
yes.
horns. They're fast. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like you
Yeah.
can fuck that up if you're
Mm.
nice.
Gotcha.
All the Mono DeBongo songs, Big Bang, what's Big Bang, Soul Makosa, oh my God, Justin, help me.
Hold up, let me pull up the.
I know. I was like, let me pull up my shit now. It's driving me nuts because there's Big Blow. I mean, there's way too many. Like honestly, but
I just
Oh, he's got
this
it.
Finally, I finally just got it.
Ah,
This has
sick.
been like a grail for me
Kosa.
for the longest time, and I finally have it. So
Hell yeah.
I've been
yeah.
passing it up because I can't find a clean copy of it.
mine's like, it's got like he wrote his name on Sharpie just to like make sure it was his. But that's
Mm.
it.
Oh, I
Like,
love
it's-
those.
It's the cover, it's whatever. It still plays smooth as hell.
But yeah, like there's certain songs, but I think we're in a rabbit hole. I want to talk now. You're out of the b-boy scene, not out of it because you still do jams.
Right. Yeah.
Shout out to your crew, Full Force.
Full force.
Um,
Fresh Cats, Full Force. All
Fresh
that.
Wait a minute,
Cats, Full
like
Force.
New Jack Swing.
yes.
Force.
So okay, so I guess we'll stay here for a little bit. Busy Beats and Soul Rain at the time were like the two biggest breaks DJs in Las Vegas.
Mhm.
And those guys are in my crew, People of the Sun. Those are the guys who taught me to DJ when I was like 15, 16. I met them when I was 13. So I had taken scratch lessons from Presto 1, Rocksteady. And then once I got into my crew, I stopped going to Presto's lessons because I stopped caring about scratching. I was really into like digging, and Soul Rain got me into record digging, and Busy Beats got into our crew, and we all started learning from Soul. But again, it was just like a passing thing. But they were like the breaks DJs in town.
They were the guys. Every event was them, and then a
Um,
guest.
and then a guest. And then so you started being the guest for a little bit,
for a
which
little
kind
bit.
of helped because I ended up throwing Shakedown later.
Yep. Mhm.
Shakedown ended up becoming my jam. I started throwing that once I got out of competing at it.
Yeah.
Where
and
was
so
this at?
This is in Vegas.
No, where?
We would have different venues.
Yeah.
So
the
we
venue
would rent
would
like
change pretty much.
it
every
would
time.
change, but mainly like big banquet halls because we would have like up to 1,000 people show up to this event. And this was at the time during America's Best Dance Crew.
Yep.
And on two seasons in a row, Vegas Crews won that show. So every high school had kids wanting to break.
Yep.
Because Jabberwockies and Super Crew.
Mm-hmm.
So every kid was obsessed with breaking at the time. And so every kid and then YouTube had blown up. And so breaking on YouTube became huge. So we're watching international battles. Every kid was battling. There was like 30 fucking breaking crews in Las Vegas. So Shakedown had like 1,000 people at it.
Yeah.
It
would have Vegas people and then all of our
like the whole West Coast.
The whole West Coast, yeah. People from
Arizona,
California,
Colorado, Alaska,
New Mexico,
like all these. Utah had a crazy scene, and they would all fly out here to compete at Shakedown, which happened like once, maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
And there were huge competitions. We were like a crew on crew, like 10 on 10 for like $5,000.
When I came into
and there was no first, second, there was no second, third, fourth place prize. I came later on.
Winner take all. That's
it. Was just winner take all. And so like it started so much heat. People would get pissed. Like the competition was real and they were monthly. They were they were monthly for a little bit, and then later on they became like quarterly and then biannually.
And when I first started coming to Shakedowns too, I was like, I want to say I was like 14. Breaking was like the main event of the night. You had other categories. You had popping.
Locking, we did house for a little bit.
That's where I fell in love with house music, because up until that point, I did not know the term. I just knew the pattern of a kick, hi-hat, and a clap, and the looping of it. And I just phrased that as, oh, that's club music. I had no idea what the term house music was yet. And then once I started seeing the housing competitions, I was like, this is the shit. How come nobody's here? Like nobody was there.
Yeah, because they were early in the day. Shakedown used to be like a fucking 12-hour event.
It used to be from 12 to like midnight. Yeah.
Yes, because we would have housing first, the house battles. And then they would do prelims to finals, knock it out. And then it would be the popping battles. Mm-hmm. So you get in house music, then the popping battles, which is like boogie funk, electro funk.
Yep.
Like Daz.
What are they doing with the house?
The house music? Like what music is playing? So it's house music, but it's not like tech house. It's like Soho hot music. I guess Stardust would fit into something like that, but it's like soulful house.
Yeah.
So you're not getting like you're not getting jackin', you're getting more like groovy, something like I'm trying to think of a really
like She's Homeless and shit.
So yeah.
That could be, that
Gypsy Woman would play, or like Angie Stone. I can't eat. Like that type of production style. So it's like soulful, Jazzy Jeff
Sunshine,
in the house.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Like really chord heavy type house. Like it was really smooth and jazzy, because people were like, it was like Chicago house, as they call it.
They play French Kiss and stuff like that, or no?
I don't.
A lot of stuff that was used for battles was more on the instrumental tip.
Yeah,
a lot of dub,
definitely
a lot of bass line, like heavy.
Yeah, it was always
that.
the dub edit. Like you would always play the dub edit. You wouldn't play anything with like vocals.
Or Red Alert.
Red Alert did not play. Red
Really?
Alert did not.
Yeah.
That's more of a whacking song, actually.
I was gonna say like that's probably used more in like funk styles because now they try to umbrella all of it as opposed to giving it its
like,
own category.
It's kind of
now.
sprawled out, but like if you're being traditional, like Red Alert is a club track, but it's not house dance. They would, but it wouldn't end up in a house battle.
Not like Soho
you
hot
know
music
what?
is like
I
the
could
perfect
see
example.
Soho hot music is like the Just Begun or the
To that.
Mexican of that dance style.
Of house battling. You know?
Yeah.
What about Cantaloupe? Did that ever get added into anything?
I gotta look that one up.
Man, I forgot about that song.
UB3, is it?
Yeah, US3.
US3? I still play that shit. That's like that's jazz house-ish.
Okay, that ironically enough, I don't remember who, but somebody would play that song during breaking prelims. Jazzy made it.
Yeah.
I think Busy used to play it. Bitty bitty bop. I fucking hate that song.
Biz used to drop Poison in between battles.
Funky. Yeah, I don't remember who played that song. But yeah, so yeah, and so it would go popping, which was all like that's what Arturo does, you guys.
Mhm.
They know Arturo, NPR. So NPR, that's where we all met him. He would enter the popping battles. And that was all like boogie funk. So like Zapp and Roger, Daz, and then like there's like Battle Cat songs. And then there's a lot of poppers who made popping music, which was just like really aggressive boogie funk. I'm trying to think of a producer who's like really big on that, right? I can't remember. Chashu's the one. Chashu. And then there's somebody I can't remember, but Chashu's probably like the most popular. When we have For Real on the show, eventually we'll talk more about that because that's more of his thing. For Real was also another dance DJ, not b-boy jams, but more the open styles popping. That became his thing. And then after the popping, we would get into the breaking, and that was like the main event. So let's step out of the b-boy scene. You've outgrown. You're working now.
Yeah.
Are you full-time DJing?
I teach at a music school. I teach DJing and music production for this kids school on Wednesdays today. I do that. And then I also do AV tech for Corner Bar. So for everything downtown, like all the properties, I'm an AV guy. I set up the CDJs, the decks, stuff like that. I'm one of them. We have a crew now. And then I DJ.
Nick, who was the tall guy that I met?
Mark Anthony?
Mark Anthony.
Guy. Shout out Mark.
Shout out.
Yeah, he got me into it too, because they were talking about like, oh, we need to assemble like an actual staff for this now. And I went to CSN for music business and technology. So I've been trying to find something where I could put my degree to actual fucking use. Aside from DJing, like I want to DJ, like I still want to do it. And I'm still like, compared to everybody else, I guess on the Corner Bar roster, I work the least. I'm the rookie of like everybody on the roster. Like I've been with them for a year now. Like this is my year.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, I was still working a full-time job, and then I quit just to pursue it because I was just over it. And I'm here just doing all this stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
We talked about this briefly earlier, but I want to talk more about your age group and what it's like DJing at this age when, you know, a lot of these younger cats are like, I want to start state of DJing within your age group, Gen Z, millennial, like young millennial, Gen Z, more what it's like you were saying earlier, like, you know, these kids are burning everybody. The art of opening isn't a thing. Paying dues is over. What are your thoughts?
So I guess in like looking at it from the business standpoint, it's smart. You know, you're utilizing like getting these fresh faces and whatever they can bring. If they have a crowd they can bring and stuff, because the common thing that I see is the greenest DJ that gets an opportunity out here is a kid in college who's part of like a fraternity, a sorority, whatever, Greek life. and they get a chance or they get an opportunity to like open at one of our venues or whatever, that's all it takes. Like they get that booking, they tell their Greek life people, all those people are pulling up. All of them. Like they're all pulling up to support that guy or girl or whatever it is. And it's just like, I think more now, that's who we're tapping into the most, is a lot of college people with a network already. So that's a guaranteed a big amount of heads going into the door, whether it's RSVP, whether there's a fee at the door, that's guaranteed. That dude's bringing all those people in. So in the business standpoint, that's smart as hell, because it's what you want, right? You're going to bring those people, and then those regulars will be there too. So I get it. I just think that a lot of these DJs, the new generation DJs, don't really understand it as a culture. Though I feel like they look at it as how they see it at face value, which is it's probably the same story, same group of friends. They decided one year, let's go to EDC, let's go to Coachella, get fucked up, watch this DJ, and then just had some epiphany like, oh, I want to do this. And then whatever it takes, like they go and buy a controller or, you know, whatever it is, and they get their startup with DJing. They DJ in their bedrooms, they DJ at their parties, their house parties, just like anyone does. And, you know, they get told like, you're dope, you're good, like you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But my gripe with it is the people that the people that's telling the new generation DJs that they're good don't know what good is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's
you're getting compliments for somebody who doesn't know what DJing is.
That's what, yeah. And
who
it
doesn't know what technical DJing is, what good, quote unquote, good DJing actually is.
Quote unquote good DJing. And like
their favorite DJs look cool and dance on stage. Like they don't know what they're doing as far as like the technical aspects.
Yeah. I feel like it's, you know, when you first start learning, it's sick as fuck. It's super fun. Like the first thing you want to do is play for a huge group of people. So it's like
naturally, still
like you always want to rock a party. That's the goal. That's our job. Sustain this party, keep this party going, keep it bumping, make sure people have a good time. However, I feel like the new generation of DJs don't even know that. They're there for their 45-minute hour set of fame where they're standing up there with the big lights playing their set that they wanted, and they got enough footage and photos for the Instagram, and then they walk off the stage and boom, that's it. They want the rock star persona, and I guess how people see the DJ life, how they perceive what it's like to be a DJ. But I think a lot more kids younger than me don't really understand the culture and don't really care. Like little things, like you don't leave the guy after you don't leave them not ready. You know what I mean? You make sure that the guy after you is taken care of. They're good to go. They're plugged in. They're ready. A lot of these kids, as soon as their set's over, eject, boom, I'm out. Get on the mic, thank the crowd. Guy's not even set up yet. Guy doesn't even have his headphones plugged into the thing. They look at their set time. They're like, my set time's up. All right, I'm done. Boom. And it's like, dude, it's little things like that, little unwritten rules that I think that I feel like unless you're really, really in the culture, really, really like talking to other working DJs, not like talking to your peers, picking people's brains, like learning new things is a whole part of this whole thing. Like I'm not where
there's
I'm
a lot
at.
of shit you learn with experience.
Yeah, a lot of shit you learn with experience. Also, too, I have to learn not to be so hard on a lot of the people my age and younger, because I realized I'm kind of more privileged than they are. I had OGs. I've been surrounded by this, you know, like I knew what it was like. I knew what carrying crates and packing stuff, like packing your gear, not venues supplying your shit. Like kids don't know about that. They don't know about that life. You know what I mean? They never had an OG sit down and tell them this is what it was like for us. This is what you
But guess what?
do.
Guess what? In their eyes, you're the OG.
No, in their eyes, they think they're better than me.
Oh, do they?
Like a lot of kids my age will like have that, not that attitude,
Yeah,
but it's like if they don't already know you, or if somebody hasn't already been talking about you, you're nothing.
I got
And
you.
I'm a quiet guy, so
Mhm.
like I talk to other DJs, and most of them are older than me. There are still like people my age that get it. There are people I feel that are like me that I can actually talk to and conversate and really like understand them like they understand me,
Right.
because I resonate more with those DJs because they all say the same thing. We're music lovers first, DJs second. Like you got to learn to appreciate things before jumping in and trying to give yourself this title. Because
I think there's levels of professionalism that just kind of get swept under or just overlooked
100%.
when you first get to working.
Yeah.
And
especially
I think,
if you get the ball running hard, like like if you get one gig and you kill it and then you're consistently getting booked, of course in your mind you're thinking, oh, I'm the shit, like I'm fucking good, you know, like
never mind the fact that you don't know how to use certain gear.
Yeah, never mind the fact that you
don't understand that saying goodbye to a crowd at 11 or 12 is fucking up the night.
Yeah.
You don't understand that like the next guy after you needs to transition into your set, and you're not a fucking Coachella headliner or an EDC headliner. You don't this isn't a festival. You don't fucking say goodbye. My set is up and the next guy rolls up with an intro. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
You're in a club.
You're in a club.
And I think these younger DJs look at DJing from a festival perspective, because that's literally all they fucking know.
100%.
All their favorite DJs and DJ sets, Tomorrowland, EDC, Coachella, they're watching these sets.
Boiler
Room, Dirty Bird, where they have an introduction, and then when they get done, they say goodbye, and then the next DJ rolls up, and the crowd is still in it. Like, this is a fucking nightclub.
Yeah,
From
a
doors
lot of
open
these
to
hip hop,
close,
a lot of
its
these hip
music
hop
doesn't
DJs.
stop.
Yeah, a lot of them think it's Boiler Room. Exactly, exactly what you just said. A lot of them
You
think
get
it's
to play
Boiler
your
Room.
specific curated set when it's like, nah, bro, you're fucking opening.
Yeah,
you need to keep it going without burning the guy after you.
Yeah.
You don't get to bang the gong at 10 to 11.
I've played gigs where we're opening up for a headliner and the guy before me is playing that headliner's music. Like it's a big no-no, bro. Like there's just things you have to understand. And I think a lot of them don't really care.
I don't know whose fault that is. I don't want to fault, because I used to be really big on the art of opening and these fucking, these young guys, you just be burning headliners.
Yeah.
I think that's bad, obviously, but I can't shit on somebody who doesn't know better. Nobody's teaching them, but we come from a generation where you had to be taught to DJ from somebody.
Exactly.
And they come from a generation where you can learn to DJ on fucking YouTube.
Yeah. Like,
so nobody's teaching them like, hey, you don't burn. They don't even know what that means to burn a headliner.
No.
Like, that's not a conversation any of these younger people have, because there's no fucking YouTube videos about that.
Even when you do have that conversation with them, it's in one ear, not the other. Like a lot of the time, a lot of people will just counter it back with, well, does it matter? And it's like
they should be able to fucking blah, 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 but you're already playing their songs.
No one's going to care if they hear it again later. And it's like, it's like not the point.
I think professionalism and etiquette are going to be the two things that weed out these people who don't know how to, do this properly.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's a little annoying when you have to share a bill with somebody who doesn't follow etiquette or care to learn etiquette, or is a fucking, early bird burner.
Yeah.
But those people won't be working for very long, and you won't have to deal with them for very long or very often. And I think it's on us. I wouldn't consider you and I specifically seasoned, but we are professionals.
Yeah.
I think guys that have been working for a while, I think it's on us to respectfully just work around them.
Yeah.
Rather than take the opportunity to coach them. If they want that, they will come to you for that. But I think you as the professional who knows how to do your thing and knows how to fucking problem solve needs to address these people's problems and work around them.
Yeah.
Instead of, yo, man, you burned the opener, just fucking get with it. They're starting to say goodbye to a crowd, then you need to play something that's going to keep them there and fucking just mosey the fuck on in front of them. Y'all might be the last age group who got to like see DJing with OGs,
Yeah.
somebody to teach you and you to see what it's like to bring gear to a gig and like fucking, you know, do things the old fashioned way and teach you etiquette and have somebody older than you be like, yo, this is how this is done. This is what this means. These guys aren't going to get that because technology has changed things.
Yeah.
I think
It's also not your position to have to press that, which is the best part about all of it. It's like what you have behind you doesn't interest 99% of that crowd. But
1,000%.
that's what separates you from 99% of that crowd.
Exactly.
It's a double-edged sword. It's I'm not going to sit here and preach like, oh, you got to play vinyl, you got to buy vinyl, you got to do this. I'm going to offer it. Like I'm throwing an event with Travis on Saturday where you can come see us play vinyl sets and you can dig at a discounted price. I'm going to put that out there for you. But if that's not a side quest you want to take up, you don't even have to worry about it. And I know that these people show themselves and show their true intentions because they're a flash in the pan, just like any job. Yeah. When you see somebody come in hot in basketball and start running their fucking mouth and then bounce themselves out of the league right away.
Jeremy Lin?
You know.
Jeremy Lin had a hot 7 days, my guy, in New York.
And then was gone playing in China.
Got a ring though in Toronto.
Got a ring though.
Hey, he did get one in China. He did.
Garbage minutes always coming in 11 seconds in.
Hey, but, and that goes back to what we were saying though.
But that's
they always
the thing,
have a hot party.
Yeah, it's
one hot party.
The thing is you don't have to do anything because the work ethic and the drive will handle itself.
It really fucking
everything
does.
Auto corrects. It always does in this scene. And I've been sitting back and I've been listening to what you guys are saying, and I'm like, the best part about all of this is that these guys make idiots out of themselves.
Yeah.
That's what I was that's what I was getting at, is like they will weed themselves out.
It's just selection.
Selection, professionalism, and etiquette will fucking reign supreme. Always.
For sure.
That will keep good working guys working all the time forever.
And if you're an asshole
until AI DJing starts.
Yeah.
And we're all out of fucking luck.
I want to get into our quick questions about that we always handle in the podcast when we're wrapping things up, because we're clocking in at about 2.5 hours right now.
Hell yeah.
We're doing the Lord's work. JDHD, you can add one song to the 5on5 podcast playlist. What is that song going to be?
Oh, yeah, Neek. I forgot. We already did. I'm waiting for Neek's question.
We did my shit.
You've been waiting a long time.
I am tripping. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Pink Panthers, Do You Miss Me?
Yep. Fire.
Yeah, I've been a huge stan of her for like the last couple months. And I just really like her nostalgic sound. Like, I love that she did the whole jungle thing as homage to, like, because she's British. So, like, just bringing back that, but, like, in a pop way. I thought it was so sick. But, yeah, it's Do You Miss Me by Pink Panthers. I know it's on SoundCloud for sure. I'm not sure.
No, I got it.
Is it on everything else? Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I love her. She's so sick.
She is. Speaking of Pink Panthers, or Pink Panther, we are developing our DJ biopic cinematic universe, a la the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So in this DJ biopic cinematic universe, who is playing JDHD? And it could be anybody within the entertainment realm that are alive, animated, or real person.
Playing as me?
As you.
Yep.
Steven Yeun.
I knew you were going to pick him.
I fuck
He's
him,
dope.
bro. He's dope. So dope.
Yeah. So he got a bad demise up in Nope though.
Really?
Oh, you haven't seen
Haven't
Nope
seen
yet?
Nope?
Oh no, I haven't seen Nope yet. I have not seen Nope
Oh,
yet.
okay.
No.
Hmm.
But he always has a bad demise everywhere, bro.
This
Like,
is
that's
true.
just,
This is true.
like,
Coming from Walking Dead, yeah, you're right.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to watch Nope again. I'm gonna give it one more try.
You want to give it one more try? Man, I love that movie.
I
I've not
fell
seen it
I
yet.
fell asleep.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, you gotta
man.
watch it energized, bro. You can't be. Don't
Yeah.
go to the movie theaters.
Rip a Red Bull and turn that shit on.
Trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 came out. Looks
Looks
amazing.
great.
Looks great. Black Panther is now past $700 million at the box office.
When's Avatar? Next week? 2 weeks?
Avatar is coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Y'all
Stoked. I gotta
going?
rewatch the old one.
I'm gonna go.
Actually, wait a minute. Avatar comes out this week.
I gotta watch the old one. I
Oh,
do not
yeah.
remember what happened.
Avatar comes out tomorrow.
I don't even think I
Oh,
remember the plot.
damn.
I have to watch it again.
Blue people.
I'll probably watch it again too.
Blue
Blue
people
people.
doing blue stuff.
Blue ass shit.
I've been waiting to see Black Panther in theaters too. I was supposed to see it last week, and then I had to pick up a shift, so like I
Bro,
still
that
haven't
shit
even seen it
changes.
yet.
It's good.
That shit's gonna be streaming next week. You better hurry up.
Yeah, I know. but I don't want to see it at home. Like I do want to go in a theater.
Yeah,
and watch
yeah.
it.
Go to the
It's great.
theaters. They're actually going to keep that out in the theaters for a minute,
Okay, yeah.
because they're going to keep that out with Avatar. So, but the movie that you can stream though is Black Adam. That movie did
Yeah.
not do well at the theaters, so you can go ahead and stream
But
that.
you can stream that literally the day after it came out.
Yeah, yeah. TV shows to watch: The Murdochs. Watch that on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, Trav, you're saying that. I gotta
Yeah, the
watch
real
that.
life version of Secession. It's great. It's great. Yellowstone is just chugging along. Amazing.
Y'all are watching Yellowstone heavy.
It's a beautiful,
Yeah, you got to get in on this.
beautiful show.
I'm not watching anything. I'm only playing God of War in my free
Okay,
time.
fair. God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about that because I heard nothing but
It's-
good things about
It's
it.
been fucking incredible. I played it the 2018 one, and
Yeah,
waiting for Ragnarok, and now I'm just been glued.
yeah. See, I want the 5 to play Ragnarok, man, but
Fucking insane. It's
Yeah.
fucking intense. So I haven't played video games in a minute too, so this has got me hooked.
Oregon State, number 14 in the nation, football, gonna be coming down to Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Bowl against Florida. Florida, funny enough, has all their quarterbacks out. All their quarterbacks
I'm
are
loving this end of episode bulletin.
out. I gotta get it out. So
The
Florida,
child crier.
we're getting it out.
news.
Florida has all their
and
quarterbacks
film
out, which is
and-
gonna be really funny. And then what else do I got?
Little political bulletin, or
Nah,
No, this is not a political
we ain't gonna get into
podcast.
that. No, but that's it. That's all I got.
Gentlemen, JDHG, thank you for joining us, man.
Hold
I
on,
appreciate it.
JDHD. Where are you? Where are you? Tell everybody where you're at.
Yeah,
Tell
let
everybody
them
where they
know.
can find you.
Where they can find you on socials.
All right. So on Twitter, it's JDHDTV, JAYDEEHDTV. It used to be without the TV. My account got hacked, and then they posed as Elon Musk.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that shit is gone. And when Elon bought Twitter, this was before this whole thing.
Oh wow.
Pre-
Okay.
Pre-Elon. Pre-Elon.
So he pre-Elon for sure. Like he posted that he's gonna buy it. So I'm adding him every single day. Like, yo, help me get at JAYDEEHD back, please. And every time you click it, because it still like shows up like it's clickable, it just goes to this count is suspended. And I'm like, it wasn't even my fault. Like I got fished. But yeah, JDHD TV on Twitter. Instagram is just JDHD, so without the TV. That's really it, right? That's really all the mains. If
Be
you're on
real TikTok,
TikTok is JDHD TV as well.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud is JDHD without the TV. And a lot of SoundCloud stuff that's gonna be all my edits. I got a shit ton of just like flips and edits there that I can't put on like Spotify and Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have like some of my original stuff on there too. But if you want to like listen to anything that I actually like make, as well as recorded live sets and mixes, all SoundCloud.
So
toss the boys a little edit pack later on when you get a chance.
Yeah,
I definitely I want to get busy with that
Yeah,
and
just hit
and
that
peep
reply all on that email.
Yeah, that'll be good. Next week we have Andrew Barber, Fake Shore Drive, joining the podcast. So much rap talk. We're going to talk about a lot of Chicago history. I think.
Speaking of Chicago, yo, shut down Justin Fields. Shut the boy down.
Oh.
He's shown you enough. He's shown you everything that he's got. Shut the boy down.
That's going to do it for us this week, everyone. Stay safe. We'll see y'all next week. Nick is furious. Nick's going to break his laptop. Your fucking butthorn with your sports talk at the end.
Hey, I gotta get it in there,
on
man.
right now.
Hey, we more than DJs out here, bro.
Later, y'all. Peace.
Y'all.